Hot dang. Okay. My mic is now peaking again. I don't know what it is with this. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool and you're part of a team. Hi, friends. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Everything is breaking because that's what always happens when I start a stream. It doesn't matter how many checks I do, like how well I try and refine my process or anything like that. It doesn't matter. It's gonna break. I think I just need to accept that at this point. Like, why is it peaking? I don't know if you guys can see that, but OBS is telling me, like, my microphone is peaking out. Don't do that. Simply do not. Stop it. Get some help. Okay, let me know if things break. I'm gonna keep an eye on things, but that doesn't mean that everything will be okay. I'm just gonna lower the volume on the microphone a little bit so it doesn't blast out of OBS for some reason. Okay. Hi, friends, and welcome back to Randomized Subnautica. Hopefully, everything is fine and normal again now. I make no promises on that front. Playing Sea of Thieves. Nice. It's been a hot second since I've touched that game. I used to play it a lot, though, with one of my friends. Okay, so Randomizer. Last time we were here, we got time capsules, which we love. We're working towards getting a vehicle of some sort. I need to find the last fragment of the mobile vehicle bay. And we're also trying to find any kind of movement whatsoever. We have the lightweight high capacity tank because that costs a single titanium, which we love for us. Yeah, we're basically just looking for any and all movement upgrades. And we saved our inventory by going in here. Suppose we could also turn on the radio. Yeah, you're fine. Hey, look, it's Ted. There he is. I don't want to get too close to Ted.
Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Because I do know for a fact that Ted will try and eat me. And, you know, that's not great. Speaking of Ted possibly trying to eat me, I'm going to go more this way. Also for no reason in particular. Don't worry about it. The good news is, again, I did save my inventory, so theoretically we wouldn't lose anything on death because that's how this game works. But again, I would love to be able to pick up some kind of blueprint or something. Okay, so this is Bulb Zone. We haven't been in Bulb Zone yet. Bulb Zone might be the key to getting, I don't know, we need like some kind of movement. We don't even have a sea glide yet, which is really detrimental to our progress. But yeah, I'm hoping that we have a good time here. I think I'm going to need to ascend here because I definitely do not have enough oxygen to stay down here at this depth. Do we think... Can I get all the way up to the surface with this? I don't think so. I think it's going to run out. Oh, no, it's fine. Huge. Okay, the herb ladder, great. It was expensive to make, but it was really worth it in this randomizer. So yeah, obviously, randomizer goal is still to beat the game. And I still make no promises on that front because goodness knows, the randomizer can be chaotic, shall we say. It is a randomizer. That is what it does. And yeah, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that voice line refers to the ampules, but I'm honestly not positive on it. Because I don't think there's any, like... there may be, like, an alien and architect cache somewhere around here, but I actually don't think there's anything super notable in the Bulb Zone. And I also haven't seen any kind of... Oh, there's a mesmer. And an ampule. But I haven't seen any blueprints of any kind either. Any fragments. I've been looking. There's a ruby. Cool. Let me up. Nice. But yeah, we made it all the way over here. Oh wait, I forgot that I didn't have a beacon at home. But we did get the beacon out of the time capsule that we got last time. So I do want to go home and put a beacon at said home because that way I won't get lost horribly because sense of direction is not my strong suit. But yeah, we're going to continue working towards that kind of thing. I would love any kind of movement blueprint whatsoever. That would be great for me because trying to swim everywhere without even a sea glide is a bit rough. Not going to lie. Not my favorite. I also think we're kind of close to Ted. Hey, Ai. It's a very infected Ai. Is that? Yeah, that's brain coral. Cool. I will take the oxygen if I just stand over it. Excellent. Hello, Ampiel. Let me just wait for a second, get all my oxygen back. We're getting there. It's just really slow. There we go. Okay. Because I haven't seen any kind of blueprint of any sort as of yet, and that does not spark joy because we really need them. And also, I haven't seen... Well, I'm not going to see a whole lot of anything now because it's dark, but you know, we can dream, right? Maybe we get absolutely astronomically lucky and we find another time capsule, you know? We keep an eye out on the seafloor for any of those like blue LED screens that the time capsules have. We find another one. Yeah. Oh, there's a wreck here. Okay. This is potential. We still don't have, whatchamacallit? We don't have a laser cutter either. Hello, Reefbeck. So without laser cutter, there's not a ton we can do in a lot of the wrecks because we can't get into them. But we're going to try our best, okay? We're going to try our best. In the dark, without a flashlight or any kind of movement, 200 meters down. We got this. What could go wrong, you know? What could go wrong? We got this. How's it going, friend? Happy Sunday. How you doing? Yes, I know there are radio signals. It's... it's fine, I promise. Okay. This being nighttime isn't necessarily the most helpful thing ever. Exterior grow bed. Excellent. Love to see it. Cool. Oh, I suppose we could go on to islands as well. We haven't done islands yet. Well, we've done one island. Okay. I'm getting the sense that doing this at night without a flashlight is the bad idea. The bad idea. TM. Excellent. Yeah, because we know for a fact that that island is Gun Island, and I would have to swim all the way over to that suspiciously shaped lump of clouds to get to the other island, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea, honestly. Especially when everything looks like this. It's just black with little schools of fish, but that's it. How many times have we given Riley the bends this playthrough? So many. Although someone did comment on my recorded randomizer that's on YouTube, basically saying in Subnautica 2, it does specify that the suits are specially designed to avoid the bends. I don't know how that's possible or what that would even do, but it does say that the suits are specifically designed to not allow that. And they made the argument that it's not impossible that that technology existed for Riley too. So, because it is canon in Subnautica 2. But as far as actual human physiology, Riley would be dead of nitrogen narcosis so many times over. You know what? We're just going to swim. I'm going to hold W. We're going this way. We're going towards the other floating island. It's the best idea I have of finding at least somewhat shallow blueprints right now. And also it's nighttime. And I can't see anything anyways. So we may as well just full send it and try and get somewhere we can. But yeah. How you guys doing? How's your Sunday going? I got my hair cut yesterday. I don't know if you can tell. Now it's all fluffy again, because that always happens when I cut it back to being really short. It gets super fluffy for the first couple of days, and then it calms down again. But it always feels nice when you get like a fresh haircut and then it dries super fast. Which, if you're like me and you get in and out of water all the time, it's super nice to have a hairstyle that dries super quickly because it's frustrating to have. I used to have really, really long hair, actually, and it took forever to dry. And I got really frustrated with it. So eventually I just decided that I wanted to get rid of it all. And I did. And it was a good decision. Would recommend. How many moons does this planet have again? It's like 3 or something, right? This 4546b. You know what? There's a shocking lack of tidal action in this planet for the amount of moons it has nearby. Because something that big, that close, would have a significant gravitational pull, right? And in case you didn't know, the moon is what gives us our tides in a lot of ways, because it is gravity. Gravity is what causes the tides. So the fact that there isn't really a tide on 4546b is interesting. We never see the water level. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't see the water level change like here, where there's nothing. Like, we're in the middle of the water. But if you were on the floating islands, you would think that it would have a significant shoreline difference. You know, honestly, I might put this in the creator forums for Subnautica 2. It would be really cool if in Below Zero, not Below Zero, excuse me, Subnautica 2, right? We're theoretically going to get some kind of terrestrial area at some point. The game is in early access, but there are some PDA entries that allude to terrestrial organisms and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that we get some kind of tiny terrestrial biome in Subnautica 2. But I think it would be really cool if they took the opportunity to do something intertidal. Because the intertidal, obviously, that is where I am at home, is the intertidal. That's my like region of marine ecology that I specialize in. And so I think it'd be really, really cool if they did some kind of like proper intertidal zone in Subnautica 2. I would really like that. I might put that in the feedback forums. Yeah, I've got long hair that live way up in the mountains, so I don't think how long it takes my hair to dry. That's very fair. It's very much a situational thing. Wouldn't only Gun Island show tides because the floating island floats? Oh, that's a valid point. I'll take that. That's a valid point. Floating island does indeed float. Speaking of it, well, did you see that? There's my suspiciously shaped cloud. But yeah, I would still like to see some kind of like true intertidal zone in Subnautica 2. I feel like that'd be a really, really cool biome to see and like Subnautica's take on. Because again, I am biased towards the intertidal because that's my favorite ecosystem. Or ecosystems, I should say. The intertidal is like a zone. But I think it's the most interesting one because basically the intertidal is one of the harshest zones for life to try and exist in, because in order to exist in the intertidal, yes, you have to be able to tolerate a wide range of temperatures, salinities, oxygen content. Like, most organisms have a like set niche that is relatively stable that they exist in, right? Like, if we're talking about a forest on this island, this tree in particular will experience a relatively consistent range of environmental factors. Like the photoperiod might change, which is light availability. It might have, like, this game doesn't have weather in it. Below Zero does. If we assume that weather systems we just got really lucky and we are here during the summer or something like that, and it just never rained, then, you know, obviously these plants would be adapted to like having certain amounts of water availability, certain amounts of temperature, you know, that kind of thing. But the intertidal, because of the nature of the tides and bringing in new water and then that water going out and that water sitting stagnant in like rock pools or something like that, those organisms have to be really, really well adapted to handling such a wide range of environmental factors. And that leads to some really, really cool adaptations. Like, obviously, my favorite animal is sea stars. I love sea stars. I think they're really, really cool for a lot of reasons. And they have something called, if you look at a sea star, sometimes you'll see like a small dot on their back, which is the port into their, because sea stars have something called a stone canal, which is basically they don't have a normal circulatory system like you would think about it. they have sea stars in particular don't have really any body fluid of their own. It's all seawater that they're just pumping through this stone canal. And that's how they like transport all of the nutrients and liquids through their body. And so they have something called a madreporite, which is it's like a tiny valve basically, where it's like an inlet for water and that kind of thing. And that's also why it used to be fairly common. This is warning for not good treatment of animals, but times when people didn't really know better. It used to be a fairly common school experiment to put a sea star in fresh water. And just think about like the molecular composition of salt water versus fresh water really fast, right? Salt water has a lot more stuff going on. The particle size is usually bigger, that kind of stuff. And that's what sea stars are adapted to handle. So if you put a sea star in fresh water, it explodes because it cannot handle the volume of water that's coming in. And again, that's a very simplistic way to put it, but for ease of understanding. But that used to be a fairly common school experiment. And obviously that's not great, right? And we don't like treating animals like that. And so it's just interesting that the intertidal breeds so many of these strange and wonderful adaptations to ecosystems that are exceptionally harsh to try and exist in. And I think it's fascinating. That's part of the reason I love the intertidal so much, is because I think it's such an interesting place to study. Like destructively explode or just kind of balloon pop, over time. It's not like instantaneous or anything like that. They just expand. So I think I found the prawn suit. I think I found it. Nice. And we'll take the spotlight, because why not? Oh, prawn suit only requires 2 fragments, so if I can find the other mobile vehicle bay fragment, then we're good to go on that too. I'm going to take the base pieces just because I can. Yes, indeed. And we'll scan the observatory too. But yeah, I personally love the intertidal zone more than any other ecosystem. Again, not really a true ecosystem. There's so many voice lines happening all at once. Lantern tree. No matter what, we are absolutely taking one of these with us. Everything else is fine. I don't think I need anything else. I'm not picking up the PDAs because I don't really care about them, if we're being honest. I was hoping for sea star hand grenade. No. Thank goodness. But yeah, a lot of animals that will exist in tide pools or intertidal zones will have some kind of adaptation for retaining water. Which is, very commonly in bivalves. Bivalves are not exclusively intertidal by any stretch of the imagination. But a lot of bivalves that you find in the intertidal, so, like when you go down to a pier or something like that, and you see all of those clams or oysters, like, on the side of the pier. The reason they exist like that is because they can fully close their shells and retain all of the water that's inside of them, and that's enough for a certain amount of time. They do build up in toxic waste, basically, so they do need to reopen eventually. But that's part of the reason, like, if you ever are trying to find shellfish to eat or something like that, if you buy like a bag of clams or something like that, they tell you, like, don't eat the ones that are already open. It's because those shells are so adapted to stay enclosed. They have like a really fancy abductor muscle, which that's like this anchor point. You can see the dark spot against my very bright light. That's where the abductor muscle adheres to, and that's what keeps those shells closed. And so if you are like a marine organism that's out of water and you want to retain your water, having that strong muscle that keeps your shell closed is really important. And if that abductor muscle isn't working, that either means that organism was already dead and probably has either a parasite activity, like other bad stuff that you wouldn't want to eat, basically. So clams, Chef just has clams on hand. This is an oyster, excuse you. This is an eastern oyster shell, and this is one of the oysters that I grew myself as part of my master's thesis. So this one's for me specifically. I know, how dare you? But yeah, this is an oyster that I grew from a tiny little seed when it was just about the size of this little tail down here, as part of my thesis research. But this is a clamshell. This one is a lot older. This is also one that I picked up off of the bottom of the ocean myself. And you can see that this was a very old shell. Oh my goodness, my light is so bright and you can't see anything. But it's got like a ton of little, it's so bright. It's fine. But there's like little stoneworm activity, and there's like, I believe some residual evidence of a boring sponge in this shell, which I think is super fascinating. One of my lab mates was doing her research on the boring sponge, which is a kind of sponge that targets bivalve shells, a lot frequently eastern oysters. And they'll drill holes into the shell and basically turn it into kind of like a sponge, for lack of better terms, just because it looks like a sponge. But it is an actual like perforin sponge that does that. So that's pretty fascinating. Hello, stairway. Please work. Okay, and we are in freedom mode again for the sake of the randomizer, so I'm not picking up any food or water things because we don't really need him. Just because we're here to have a good time. Food and water isn't randomized in the randomizer. Wee, give me that prawn suit. We need this one. Thank goodness. And the multi-purpose room. I'll take that too. Maybe this one will be cheaper, even though the hatch is so freaking expensive. Yeah, boring sponge as opposed to interesting sponge. Precisely. No, that joke gets made a lot in our labs, but it's called the boring sponge because, again, it drills holes into shells, which is such a like wild adaptation, you know? Ooh, wall planter. Hey. Rude. Yeah, I feel like part of the reason that I love invertebrates so much is that there's so much more going on in invertebrate communities than I think a lot of people know. What was that? Was that for a wall plant? What? Huh? What did I just unlock? It didn't even say anything. Did it give me something? No, it didn't give me duplicate. What did it unlock? Was it nothing? We got this from a time capsule. We got the prawn suit. Advanced wiring kits. 5 of them? I mean, I got 1 out of a time capsule. A steel ingot. I don't know how to make an advanced wiring kit. I think I need to... Huh. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if we're going to get a prawn suit anytime soon. Excellent. Okay, well, that's everything on Floating Island. So, you know, that's festive. My ducks are very talkative today. That's not a sentence I expected, but I very much enjoy that sentence. That your ducks are talkative. I'm imagining, like, real, actual ducks. Which, to be fair, I feel like ducks are scarier than people give them credit for. Not gonna lie. Like, sharks, I will spend all day with sharks. Happily. Very happily, I will spend all day with sharks. There are plenty of birds that scare me way more than sharks do. And you're welcome to disagree with that opinion. That's fine. But I feel like ducks can be scarier than sharks. Again, depending, because there are several thousand species of sharks in the world, right? I think. I don't work with things with bones. Why? Are we in eclipse right now? Yeah, okay. But still, I think, excuse me, I think sharks are cute. Sharks are cute. Sharks are objectively very cute, especially, like, of course, one of the internet favorites, thresher sharks. Thresher sharks are adorable. They just look like they're so afraid of everything, and I love that for them. Also, I love nurse sharks. So when I was doing my undergrad, I studied abroad temporarily in the Bahamas, which is, again, one of the most excellent experiences of my life. And I'm incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to do so. I was unbelievably happy. And one of the things that I was with like a group of other aspiring biologists. We were all, studying abroad together kind of thing. And I was unbelievably happy. And we got into the water the very first day, and someone else started freaking out because they're like, oh my God, there's a shark. And me, who I was the only one on this trip who like actively wanted to be a marine biologist. A lot of them were pre-med, that kind of biology, versus I was very much like, I want to be a marine biologist. And oh no, I'm Allie. I had to work in the Bahamas. Again, it was one of the best experiences of my life. Like, I was having a great time. But we got in the water and they were like, it's a shark. And I was like, I want to see the shark, because we were in the Bahamas. So I was imagining, like a reef tip or a reef shark, like that kind of thing. And it was a nurse shark. It was a brown nurse shark. And like, obviously that was cool. I was super happy to see the nurse shark. But I was like, I did not understand why some people were flipping out that there was a shark in the water when it's literally a brown nurse shark, Because for me, I saw that and I was like, oh my God, like it's a brown, like, of course, respect wild animals, give them their space, etc., etc., right? Like, of course, obviously. But for me, I was like, oh my God, it's a nurse shark. Like, I want to see the nurse shark. I'm not like swimming away from the nurse shark. I'm keeping a respectful distance from the nurse shark, but swimming towards it. What do we think? This is dunes, right? Dunes are mountains. I'm really bad at these biomes. What do you think the chances are I find either a time capsule, wink wink nudge nudge, or a blueprint? Because I still need mobile vehicle bay, of all things. But yeah. Sea star with some sort of alkali metal reaction that does make sea star hand grenades. Oh dear. I mean, lithium and potassium, or like potassium and sodium, both react very violently to water. So I imagine you could do something there. But also, I don't know how I feel about sea star hand grenades, if we're being honest. I don't know how I feel about it. I see a glowy. What kind of glowy is it? I love time capsule hunting at night, because you get those bright blue screens. Oh, it's a very different kind of glowy, in the fact that it is blood kelp, which is not the kind of glowy that I was hoping for, but it is good to know. Ooh, is that going to be a spinefish? Spinefish? Hello, can you get in my pocket? Thank goodness. Okay, so there was something I needed that required spinefish. Was it a knife? This is how you get got by anglerfish. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, would I also be, if I were like a deep sea ecologist, would I be distracted by anglers? Yes. Point blank, yes, I would be. For stimulating hair in humans. Yeah, that's great. I'm chilling. We're having a great time. Oh, look, I have bed kits. Cool. I love this cup of coffee that we got from the time capsule. I love it for us. It's great. And the lantern fruit is just for cause. Oh, I keep forgetting I have my extra 30 seconds of oxygen. Back down we go. Into the abyss. Wait, I was gonna see what I needed spinefish for. 1 second. 1 second. I got distracted. You guys keep distracting me. How dare you? What did I need spinefish for? Was it a knife? I feel like it was a knife. I don't know why I feel like it was a knife, but I feel like it was a knife. Yeah, it was a knife. Look at that. I'm so smart. Okay, so then if we get knife, then we can obviously do that. Believe it or not, we've gone this far without a knife as of yet. It might not be a bad idea to try and grab another spinefish if we can find one, though. Yeah. The sharks that scare me are specifically bull sharks and tiger sharks. Again, I will maintain that any wild animal is deserving of respect and that you should be very careful about how you interact with wild animals, if at all. But bull sharks and tiger sharks are definitely animals that require a little bit more awareness of, shall we say. And I'm intentionally being very careful about my language here because I have very strong feelings about the villainization of sharks in media and the way that people feel about sharks because it causes and has caused real world detriment to shark populations. And that's something that I personally can't get behind, and therefore I need to be very responsible with how I, as a marine biologist, talk about those animals. But yes, they are absolutely animals that you should be aware of and be careful around. And they have been known to attack humans, which is all the more reason you need to be aware of your surroundings and how you interact with animals in the first place. Again, I will remind people that you are literally more likely to be crushed by a vending machine than you are to be bitten by a shark. So I think that it's reasonable to be worried about tiger sharks and bull sharks because, again, wild animals are dangerous. They just are. But the chances of anything ever really happening are very, very low. So that's that. Yeah. Seeing those sharks cuddle up to divers they know are so silly. Yeah. And that's, again, I have very strong feelings about the villainization of sharks in media because so many shark species, it's like 5 species of sharks that people, again, every wild animal deserves to be respected, but there are like 5 species of sharks that are possibly dangerous, or not possibly dangerous to humans, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. There are 5 species of sharks that are worth active concern for, give or take. And those 5 species have had huge detrimental effects on the hundreds of other species that are just kind of vibing, Because, like, again, I love brown nurse sharks. And I think there was a story in the news like a couple months ago about someone getting attacked by a nurse shark. And my immediate reaction was like, what did you do to that nurse shark to get it to attack you? Because nurse sharks are unbelievably passive animals. Again, they are wild animals that deserve to be respected. But I think it came out that they were like harassing the shark and it eventually, bit them. And I was like, yeah, that seems right. You didn't respect the wild animal. I'm trying to find home, by the way. We're gonna find it. But yeah, again, I love sharks. I think they're adorable. I would happily be in the water with sharks any day of the week. It is my quite literal dream to go diving with whale sharks at some point in time. Obviously, I want to do so ethically and responsibly. And also it requires a lot of international travel for me, which is expensive. So that's still like a stretch goal of mine. But it is very much the number one thing I want to do in life is go swim with a whale shark. Just because I think they're incredible animals and I want to see them in person. Yeah. Was anyone else under the impression that when they were younger that anglerfish were much bigger than they are? It really depends on the species. Some species of anglers are actually huge. Like you could find species of anglers that are like upwards of like 3 meters, I believe. There are certain species of anglers that are huge, but again, an anglerfish is not like a certain fish. There are multiple species of anglers. So you got to do that. As far as I've seen, great white sharks are kind of chill. Yeah, again, great white sharks, they are big predatory animals that are deserving of your respect. And I'm going to keep saying that because eventually it's going to get through to someone, But great whites, just the same as any other kind of agile predatory shark, it can pose a risk to people. And it can. And it does. Like, that's just what it is. Again, it's the same thing as, like, I feel like people... This is going to be a stretch comparison, so bear with me for a moment. But people tend to be very afraid of sharks, again, mostly because of the way they're portrayed in media. versus if you think about other major predators that have a relatively, again, keep in mind this is a bit of a stretch, but bear with me, that have a relatively similar propensity for causing harm to humans, like a lion or other big cats, then you would notice how different the public perception of those animals is. And obviously it depends on the region of the world you're in and various other things that are well beyond the analysis that I'm trying to do right now. But great white sharks, yes, are just, where on earth is my base, by the way? Are 100% deserving of being respected and that kind of thing. And you should be careful around them, but they're no more likely. I am like absolutely on the wrong safe shallows. That would explain why I can't find my base. But yeah, it's just a matter of wild animal. And I do agree that large terrestrial herbivores are scarier. Like a hippopotamus? Hippos, in my opinion, are objectively way scarier than any species of shark. And it's bad. Like hippos are scary, man. Those things will crush you and they will do it for fun. Like sharks will do it because they're curious. And again, simplification, bear with me. A lot of sharks, like I tend to think of them as teething toddlers, right? Where sharks don't really have hands or something that they can investigate with. There's a lot of their sensory information comes from their mouth to some extent. So for a shark, biting something is an investigation. And unfortunately for humans are pretty squishy and we don't handle that bite very well. But there are plenty of other marine animals, like namely sea turtles, that can sustain shark bites pretty darn well, if we're being honest. So, you know, that's my favorite animal is a crab. Wait. On that note. Look at this painting I got. It's a painting of a crab. Okay, thank you for that. I'm really happy with that painting. I acquired it at an art festival, and I like it a lot. So, but yeah, hippos should scare you, I think. Because hippos are scary. I will agree with hippos being scary 100 times more than I will agree with sharks being scary, personally. And again, you are welcome to disagree with me on this. These are my opinions, and I will do my best job that I can at bringing you facts. But I'm also a person with my own feelings and opinions, you know? But I think, like, I've never seen Jaws personally, partially because I really don't vibe with horror or that kind of, like, genre at all, but also because I admittedly have, like, a chip on my shoulder against Jaws because of the real-world harm that it has done to great white shark populations. And the problem with the villainization of sharks as a whole is that people tend to think if you put the word shark on anything, people then associate it just because of cultural associations and interpersonal associations and all that fun, like sociology stuff. That shark equals bad. And that's part of the real harm that portraying sharks as villains has done. Because one of my personal favorite species of sharks is leopard sharks, which are native to kelp forests. And they are just little guys. They're just little guys. They're really cute. If you don't know what a leopard shark is, I highly advocate Googling a picture of one. They're just little guys. They're really cute. They're so pretty. I want to say there are no documented attacks on humans. If so, I would be hard pressed to believe that there was any kind of serious harm done because they're not big. And they're mostly they feed on like crabs and shellfish and that kind of stuff. But they have also been inadvertently affected by other like shark media and that kind of stuff. The same with wobbegongs. Wobbegongs are a great fun shark species or group of sharks, you know. That are, I mean, wobbegongs are just silly looking. Also called carpet sharks, I believe, is the other common name for them. But Wabagong is an objectively more fun name to say, so that's what I say. Okay, you know what? We're taking this beacon we got out of our time capsule. We're putting it here. We're marking home, okay? Home. Thank goodness. I am home. And I got spinefish for the road, and marble melon, and a purple tablet. Oh, I actually don't need to make any purple tablets then. This is all the purple tablets we need to beat the game. So we love that for us. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Bear with me. Okay. I don't know why I'm keeping the food and water. And we'll keep our lantern fruit. Just because, you know, we can use it as decoration if we so choose. Okay, what did I need for a knife again? Oh my goodness, it requires glass. Is that happening? I remember glass being stupidly expensive. It's not good. Here, what do you have to... Stop beeping at me. Oh, okay. Yeah. I would be great if I had a laser cutter. Or a sea glide. Why have I gotten a sea glide yet either? Wee. And the door code is randomized. It's 3548. Good to know. Again, still won't matter because I don't have a laser cutter. We cleared Floating Island. We've done Gun Island. Wrecks are hard when you don't have a laser cutter, man. Should we just go to the Aurora? Just see what's there. If we can get anything. Maybe we get... Because I think it's got one guaranteed Seamoth fragment. What if we get absurdly lucky? And it only requires one... Ooh, we could also check Cragfield. You know what? Let's just go to the Aurora. Why not? I've got the radiation suit on. If I die, I die. It's fine. Ted deserves a little hug every now and then. Well, I suppose I'm not really giving Ted a hug, am I? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Goodness knows I'm not bringing the supplies with me to make a temporary base because the requirements for a hatch are obscene. You want to see what it takes to build a hatch in this randomizer? Look at this. Look at this. Where is the hatch? There's the hatch. Look at this. I'm not building that. I'm not building that for a temporary base. That's not happening. I need a Cyclops for that. Cyclops only it is then. Exactly. I've got my one little tiny X tube. Oh, wait. I can clear this tiny wreck at the very least. Yeah. I think if I can remember how to get into it. Not there. Is it one of the ones with... Oh, there it is. I figured it out. Repair tool. Again, fingers crossed we get laser cutter or some other kind of vehicle or mobile vehicle bay would also be great. Whee! All right. I'll scan the command chair just so that it stops popping up as a thing that I can scan. So I don't get baited by it any more than I already am. There was something else to scan. I saw it flash. A desk. Okay. That's really helpful. That's what I wanted. More bleach. Acquired. Yes. Is that it for this? Lame. Unless... I'm doing this in the dark. I think this goes... Oh. Did that take me anywhere new? Am I gonna drown? Because I don't have any kind of thing. Hello. How's it going, friend? How you doing today? Uh-oh. Okay, well, this didn't go anywhere helpful. I will do the tea in a second when I'm not trying to navigate a wreck in the dark. Going good. Glad to hear it. Is my tea a drinkable temperature? It is. I didn't burn myself. Yay. Cheers, friend. How's it going? Tips on streaming. I mean, that's up to everyone. I wouldn't qualify myself as a good streamer. I just work here. I'm significantly more of a YouTuber than I am a streamer. And I'm having a good time, you know? I love being able to edit the stupid things. Laser cutter. Laser cutter is huge. Our first laser cutter fragment. 1 of 3. Okay. Because if we get laser cutter, then we can do wreck diving. That's huge. Kind of a dock water streamer. Same. Oh, look at this office chair that we can scan. That's another blueprint that I really wanted. Okay, nothing in there. Sometimes I just scan the air just to make sure, you know, that I didn't miss anything. Because sometimes it'll pop up, you know? Give you that little indicator that you're maybe scanning something. And then it sparks hope. And then you go from there. Okay, I think that's everything from this wreck. But yeah. I mean, personally, I consider myself way more of a YouTuber than I do of a streamer. And I just kind of full send it on streams, you know? I just work here. I just work here and I'm having a great time. For me, personally, my favorite part of streaming is when I get to talk about marine science things that make me really happy. Because I don't know if you've noticed this. I love marine science. Shocking, I know, right? Ooh, nuclear reactor. Cool. Marine science and getting heckled by chat. Yes. I mean, I think it's a fun dialogue, right? At least I'm having fun. I sincerely hope that if you're here, you're also having fun. Ooh, lubricant. And a beacon. Oh, wait, beacon fragments. I can make more than one beacon. That's what we love to see. But like when people ask questions about marine science, I will always do my best to answer any question that you ask me to the best of my ability. And obviously, I have my own scope of knowledge. It's not all encompassing. But particularly, ooh, laser cutter again. That's 2 of 3. If it's in my wheelhouse, then I will try my best to give you a clear answer on whatever you're trying to ask. You like marine science? Really? I thought you hated it. This is fully sarcasm and not legit. Oh no, I got it. Don't worry. I know. I clearly hate marine life and all things marine science. You know, it's not like I know you can't see it right now, but it's not like I have my full shelf of various marine props or anything. Or anything like that. You know, I definitely wouldn't have random little things. The octopug. I love the octopug. You know, I definitely wouldn't do that. No. Or my different dolphin statues, or my whale shark plushie, or my sea star plushie, or my tiny whale shark collection. I have collections of tiny whale sharks. You know, this is a long shot. But if for some reason I'm ever at like a convention or something, and you feel so compelled to hand me something, please let it be a tiny whale shark. Please let it be a tiny whale shark. I would be so happy. And keep in mind, this is mostly a joke. But if you are going to hand me something, and it's a tiny whale shark, I will be so happy. I love whale sharks. I genuinely really do. Definitely wouldn't have multiple degrees in it. No. Me have multiple degrees in my field of study that I'm very passionate about? Never. Joke's on you. You get a spider crab. I do like spider crabs, which is, again, I'm horribly arachnophobic. For those who don't know, I'm terrified of spiders. They scare me a lot. But spider crabs don't scare me. And I don't know why. Like, I don't have a good answer as to why spider crabs are okay, but spiders are not. I wish I did have a good answer, because maybe if I could articulate what it is about spiders that freaks me out so much, then I wouldn't be as afraid of them. But I can't. So we're just here. And explain, they hate marine biology and love spiders. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you can do what you do, Chub Shark. That's fine. I do love swimming around the Aurora at night and just not being able to see anything. We're just vibing. You're fine, friend. Mistakes happen. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wish I could articulate what it is about spiders that I don't like. I wonder if I can find an STL of the tongue thief. An STL. What is the STL? What is... I feel like I should know that. What is an STL? I know the tongue thief is the thing from the gas pools in Subnautica 2. The thing that I hate. File for 3D printing. Oh, got it. Got it. Ooh. Oh, glass. Wait. I can get glass out of those boxes. That legitimately might make things so much more possible.
Warning, ship's structural integrity is low.
Uh-huh.
Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required.
Yeah, I don't have the laser cutter.
At your own risk.
I should look at what the requirements for that are, actually, because we did just get the blueprint for the laser cutter. So I should take a look at what it is and what I need to craft it. But we're here, so we're gonna at least do like the first little bit of this.
Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain
Whee!
tissues.
Uh-huh. I'm sure Ted had a good meal. Can you imagine the amount of trauma that Riley would have from this? I feel like it would be insane. And rightly so. But still. Ooh, water. That's not at all helpful for me, but thanks nonetheless. Got it. Oh, I picked up a battery, so I know how to make a power cell. Let's go.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power. Integrating new PDA data.
We can at least fix the drive core while we're here. I forgot about that. Cool. Is there anything else in here? No, I don't think I... Do I need this blue... Which PDA is it that I need? Battery? Oh my goodness, the PDA is so loud. You're fine. You're fine. So many batteries. Cool. You at a convention and just catching a life-size either cave crawler or tongue thief from me? No. No, Calvin. Absolutely not. Okay, the thing is, I could do it the easy way. Or we could do it the fun way. I don't have enough HP. Do I have enough HP to full send this the way that I normally do it? I think so. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then we just gotta do like a little... Perfect. You love to see it. Wow, I wonder what is in the supply crate right now. I don't think there's anything that would indicate what is in the supply crate. That's fine. What was that door code? Because again, door codes are randomized. So this should be in notes to self. Is cargo bay is 1454. 1454. Uh-huh. That's because it's the architects. And we just learned about them. Got it. More batteries? Ooh, glass. Again, glass is, I feel like, might be the best drop from these boxes for this particular randomizer seed. Because filtered water doesn't help me at all because I'm playing in freedom. Because again, food and water isn't randomized, so just for the sake of enjoyment, I'm going to get rid of those because I don't actually need them for anything. Hello, everybody. Hey, friend. How's it going? How you doing? Yeah, but I feel like glass, because the crafting requirements for glass itself is so intense. Like, what do you mean I need all of this for glass? Like 5 lithium and 3 lead for one thing of glass? So I feel like getting glass out of the boxes is genuinely kind of nice. Because I need glass to make... Oh, goodness. Okay. I need glass to make something. What was it that I needed it to make? Was it the advanced wiring kits or something? I don't remember how deep this goes. Advanced wiring kit. Where is it? I can't even make it. Was it? Huh. The wiring kit only requires hoopfish. The more you know. Lot of fish and bleach. The knife. The knife. That's a good shout. Yes, it was the knife. Okay, so we will be able to get the knife. This is big. I appreciate this insight. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Because I don't currently have a knife. And I do want a knife. So we got this. Oh, I realized that I probably can't repair the Aurora because I don't have a knife. And you can't get rid of all of the leeches without a knife. I need 5 Seamoth fragments, and we're getting 2 here. Okay, well, at least we have that, you know? Okay, but hear me out. What if I get insanely lucky and we find another time capsule that just so happens to have 4 advanced wiring kits in it? Yeah. What do we think the chances of that happening are? I think the answer is 0. Not. Was that a pipe? It was. Excellent. I'm gonna throw that out. We're not using this pipe. Okay, so we got at least some stuff out of the Aurora. Not a lot, but some stuff. And that's a good start. And then we could go Craigfield and see if there's anything unique in Craigfield. We gotta try and avoid Ted, though. Oh, come on. Because I have a feeling Ted is not going to be particularly happy to see me right now. And I don't know what to do about that. At least it's daytime. And daytime means we can see things again, and that's big for us. Whee! Okay. So let's go do a little bit of investigation. Ted should be, like, over there somewhere. And we're gonna go do a little bit of investigation. Although I am a tad bit worried about losing my inventory. Oh, hey, Ted. The question is, am I worried about it enough to not do the exploration? I really want to keep the glass. I really want to keep the glass. We'll do a quick look. We'll keep some good tabs on where Ted is. Okay. We're just gonna go straight down. Try and play some natural cover here. Not that it really matters with Ted, but you know, like, it's the thought that counts, right? It's the thought that counts. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do about that, but thank you for playing. Are there any good blueprints? There's a lot of scrap metal. Which, again, for our purposes, scrap metal turns into magnetite, because that makes sense. Anything good? That's laser cutter. Okay, no, that is not good. All right, so we're going to go home. I'm going to save my glass, because I really want to keep the glass. I really want to keep the glass. It's like 15 pieces of lead worth of stuff that I need. And so I really don't want to lose that. That would be really bad for us, I think. Hello. How's it going, friend? How you doing today? But we have at least our first bits of Seamoth fragments. I can't believe we haven't found any of the other Seamoth fragments. And I've gotten like 1 piece each of, I think, of all 3 of the Cyclops bits, right? I think I've found... Yeah, I'm done with hull, and I found... Oh, no, I haven't found bridge at all yet. So we still are on the hunt for any kind of thing. We also don't have mobile vehicle bay, so love that for us. What if it's down... Well, okay, hear me out. What if I make a few lightweight high-capacity tanks? We commit to making a one-way trip to the Degassi jelly shrimp base. Right? Oh, we could also check this life pod. We haven't been here yet. What if this gives us something good? It won't give me like a blueprint fragments or anything like that, but it could be maybe like vehicle upgrade console or something else that we need. We still also haven't found moon pool. And that's also problematic. Fingers crossed. Shield generator. I'll take the med kit though. I need that. Okay. Because I think all of these are nuclear reactor fragments, which we already have all of. I would love some more beacon fragments. Look at all the tiny little laser cutter fragments. Yeah, I think we just go home. I think we go home. We save our inventory. I really don't want to lose that glass. Reefbacks are how you know you're safe. There ain't gonna be nothing scary around a reefback. Because I already investigated, and did I find any blueprints whatsoever in Mushroom Forest? Are they just tiny and hiding or something? I mean, we can always look, right? I swear I've been here, though. I swear I've been here. Ooh. Okay, there's a box. What do you have in you? Prop cannon. And a gas pod. Love to see it. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get anything actually useful out of here. Because if it's just prop cannon isn't necessarily the most helpful for us. Yeah, it's prop cannon. I would love more Seamoth fragments. Absolutely would adore more Seamoth fragments. But alas, it does not seem that the Seamoth fragments want me. I just gotta swim all the way home again. Have I checked this life pod? I feel like I have, but we may as well verify it real fast, just in case. Just in case. I see data box. Have I opened said data box? This is the question. I went through the hassle of cleaning and re-cleaning this account to watch the stream. It wouldn't let me create a new account. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you're here, friend. I'm glad you made it. Who's just in case? No. I have a feeling you can bash the leech things even without a knife. Can you? I thought you could only do it with a knife. Because it, like, right-clicking on other tools doesn't do anything, but maybe I'm just misremembering. That being said, we're getting a knife anyways. So maybe a bit of like a time waste, but also we should see what we need for laser cutter at the same time. And try and just go back and full sweep the Aurora. Just do it all. Mobile vehicle bay. Modification station. Nope, never mind. I thought that was mobile. Did it just give me... We're just not going to question this wreck, okay? We're just not going to question it. It's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of a team. Excellent. We can launch ourselves up into the sky. Whee! We're so close to home. Thank goodness for that one beacon we found, though. Whoever wrote that time capsule and gave me the beacon, I love you. My sense of direction is so bad, I need beacons everywhere. I don't know if I have enough storage for everything that I'm picking up, though. But I do want to take a look at what we need for laser cutter. And again, maybe we just full send it and go to the Degassi base. It may not be a bad idea. Okay. So let's see. What do I need for a laser cutter? I've got those. Laser cutter is metal salvage, copper wire, and hoopfish. That's actually really doable, I think.
This is Lifepod 3 uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us.
I'm going to.
3 out.
I'm going home without you. I'm sorry. Okay, that's... Do I have one more metal salvage? No. Do I have any hoopfish whatsoever? I have spinefish, which is very close, but very wrong. Any hoopfish? No hoopfish. Okay. And then I need 5 quartz. So we need 5 quartz, 3 hoopfish, and 1 more metal salvage. Cool. Hoopfish we can probably get over here-ish. Metal salvage is right there. I'll take it. Yoink. Then 5 quartz, yeah, and hoopfish, and we're good to go. So that'll get us laser cutter, which is big. And then again, I think if we do that and knife, we can just go back and sweep the Aurora. And I don't think we'll get anything else unique from the Aurora, but we need the rocket code no matter what. And I do still need to make progress on getting deeper. Because as of right now, we're not doing great on the getting deeper aspect. Hey, how's the new seed going? We're thriving. We're thriving. We're like, what, 4 hours into it, give or take, and we still don't have any kind of movement upgrade? It's going great. We're doing great. I'm still having fun, though, so. Whee! Okay, I've got 2 of the 5 quartz. I need 3 more quartz to make the copper wire, because that makes sense. Uh-huh. Those are power transmitter fragments, which again, we're not going to use, but I may as well scan. I mean, I'm really glad that modification station was super easy to find in this one, but less glad about the rest of the stuff. Quartz, quartz. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all the... Oh, my inventory's full. Ow. Rude. What can I drop? Get me out of here. What can I drop that I don't need? Salt. We'll drop a salt. I can't drop the gas pods. I mean, I could, and then I just try to swim away really fast. I just need, 1 more quartz, and then 3 hoopfish. 3 hoopfish. I suppose we could always go over to the creepvine. That would almost certainly give us the hoopfish. Pretty darn sure on that. Okay, 1 quartz. There we go. Target acquired. The one time I tried randomizing this game, I only did the fragments. Found the vehicle fragments easily enough, but it took forever to get the mobile vehicle bay. Yeah, I mean, this game has kind of like a weird progression system where there are a lot of ways you can do various things, but there is like one intended method, you know? These air bladders would be a game over sentence IRL, right? Yes, absolutely. Nitrogen narcosis, pressure differentiation. You would not be healthy if you did what Riley does. You would not be able to sustain this. To be fair, you also wouldn't ever be able to dive at the depths that Riley does consistently, but still. The fish in your recipes are not used in the direct crafting of the tool, but are instead the tithe demanded by RNGesus. The animal sacrifice. I like that way of thinking about it. These 3 hoopfish are the payment, for the copper wire and the metal scrap, which, to be fair, those 2 ingredients I can at least somewhat get behind, right? Because, you need metal. Sure, metal scrap, like, only certain parts of it might be useful to you. And the copper wire, like, clearly you need wiring. That's fine. That's normal. The hoopfish are just, payment. I've already gone to Life Pod 3. I'll probably turn off that waypoint because we already know what's there. We already scanned all of it. Why is everything so dark? Over here is creepvine though, so we should be able to get some hoopfish. And then we'll be able to have a laser cutter, and then we can go back. Indeed, your body in this game survives depths that crush vehicles. Oh yeah, they would implode and that kind of stuff under certain amounts of pressure. Like, it's not at all feasibly possible, or even close, but it is part of the magic of the game, so therefore you gotta, suspension of disbelief and all that, right? There we go. There's our hoopfish. We got our hoopfish. Home again, home again. Let's make a laser cutter. And then we do need to make knife. Actually, what do I need for knife while I'm out here? What do I need for knife? Oh my goodness. Why is Why is it so expensive? I'm gonna have to come back. There's no way I'm gonna fit all of this in my inventory right now. But I'll just take some stuff that I can, like this hoverfish, this boomer. No, okay, that boomerang's getting away. That boomerang lives to see another day. We got this. The hole in the hoopfish is what you use in the recipe. There you go. There you go. I cannot wait until we get our hands on any kind of movement upgrade here. We're just swimming so slowly everywhere we go. I still need 3 more CMOS scans. I still need to find the Cyclops engine wherever that is. Somewhere in the ether. Who knows what we're doing at this point, because I don't. But laser cutter is a huge upgrade because it means that we can finally go actually explore Rex and actually make real progress towards exploring Rex. So we love that for us. That, depending on what I need for titanium ingots. Ooh, wait, that's actually really doable once we repair. Because the titanium ingots is just a lot of peepers. It's like 12 peepers for that. So this is actually really doable, but we need to repair the Aurora first. Okay, I like that for us. And I've got laser cutter. Cool. So let me do that. Do I have any spare lead whatsoever? Do I have like a single lead to spare? No. Great. Love that for us. Let me make the survival knife. So I've got the 3 glass, I think. Do I have the 3? I have 2 of the 3 glass. Do I have to make a glass manually? I don't like the glass recipe. I've made my decision. I don't like the glass recipe. Because look at that. What do you mean that that's what I need to make a single piece of glass? What do you mean? Why do I need an acid mushroom, 5 lithium, 1 lubricant, 4 copper, 1 salt, and 3 lead? That's 3 lockers right there. I could make 3 lockers with that lead. I don't want to get rid of... I don't want to get rid of anything, because what if I need it? What do I need to build a composite plant? That requires 5 eyes. That's not happening. Let's go get 5 eyes for no reason. I'm sure I can fit that. Let's go grab 5 eyes. Maybe we get lucky and break a few sandstone and get a little bit of lead out of it so we can increase our storage capacity. Extract the gold and silver from the hoopfish to make the wires. Yeah, it's just all the trace minerals, you know, that are in the fish that we're using as our main source of conductivity. Not the metal salvage or the copper wire, clearly. Because why would you need those? Okay, eyes. I need 5 of you. Surely we're going to find some eyes, right? The thing is, if I don't want eyes, then they'll be super apparent and then it'll be great. But what if I also pick up the stuff that I need for the other parts of the knife? Ooh, soccer tooth. I'm taking this for posterity. And this one too. Hey! Was that for stealing your tooth? In which case, like, valid but also slightly rude. Is that mesmers? Why are there so many mesmers down there? Still, my point stands. Whee! I do love the fact that the lightweight high-capacity tank only requires a single titanium. I feel like that is the most broken recipe that we could have gotten, and I'm happy with it. It works. It works. Well, I've not seen a single eye. But you know what I have seen? Another hoverfish. Get in the bag. And a boomerang. You're infected. You're not long for this world anyways. We'll do that. We have the spinefish and the Reginald at home. If I pick up 2 of these... Perfect. Then we have like everything we need for the knife, but the glass. Because of course we don't have the glass. I have not seen a single eye. Have I missed one? Did you guys see one that I missed? That's possible. It's very possible. You know what? I also feel like there's been a surprising lack of blueprints in the kelp forest, and I don't know what to make of that. I don't know if I've just missed them or like what the blueprints would be, but I haven't really seen anything. Ooh, wreck. I think I've already cleared this one though. Have I? Have I cleared this one? What if a recipe uses a large amount of a large item that would fill more space than your inventory has room for? It can't do that, fortunately. There are settings in the randomizer where like it'll set. Ooh, mobile vehicle bay. That's huge. So the max inventory size that's required by a recipe is 24. So that is like an actual setting. Oh, and it gives me more prawn soup. But that is an actual setting for the randomizer. Thank goodness. Why are there so many? You know how we couldn't find the prawn suit? I think I found the prawn suit. There's like 4 of them in this room. That's not a prawn suit. That's a sea moth. You saw that, right? It was like physically a sea moth and it said prawn suit. Did I make that up? That definitely looks sea mothy. Okay, open the data box. Ultra high capacity tank is great. Let me repair this. We'll see if we get anything else good out of it. Anything else good in here? That's laser cut. A stasis rifle. That's fine. Stasis rifle. I think we've already scanned stasis rifle. I think we already have this blueprint unlocked. Oh, we do now. Okay, so that's it for stasis rifle. Cool. And I think this is, yeah, we already have drill arm. We already have thermal plant. So this is all just bonus extra stuff that we don't need. It's going to clutter our inventory, so I'm not going to pick it up right now. But we got ultra high capacity tank. Out of curiosity, how expensive is it compared to a single titanium? Whee! Here we go. Survival knife. Mobile vehicle bay requires blood oil. I feel like we can do that actually. If I go empty out my inventory, I feel like that's possible. Maybe not great, but it is possible. Actually not bad. Actually pretty doable. Not gonna lie. Is that our reef back? Just on the surface of the water? It looks like it. Okay, regardless. I still need lead. I need lead. I need a lot of lead. I need storage lockers. I need eyes so I could grow a thing to clear up more storage space. I feel like prioritizing lead is the right thing to do right now. That's silver. There we go. Okay, that's 1 more locker's worth of storage for me. Thank goodness. Fingers crossed we make it 2. Nope. Again, close but wrong. Give me that bubble. Silver, my inventory's full. Yeah, let's go home. Let's go home, clear out our inventory, be responsible. Yeah, and I feel like it's weird that I haven't seen any more fragments in the kelp forest, though, in the creepvine forest. I feel like usually this has pretty high blueprint density. Maybe I just made that up, though. We do still need to go get more blood kelp, though. So that is also something that we need to keep in mind. Have I unlocked the ability to make a compass yet? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. But we're thriving. I believe in us. We're gonna beat this randomizer seed. Even if it kills me. Which it might. Hello, Gary Fish. Long time no see. I do think it's really funny that one of the extra randomized drops that you can get, you know, like when you rescan a blueprint, is the gas pods. I think that's an objectively funny one, because if your inventory is full, it can just gas you. Which I feel like is an I don't know if the mod author intended it to be what it is, but it's funny. I've got 40 billion full batteries. I should just use them. Okay, so you... Sure, can go here. We'll just fill this with random stuff, I guess. Goodness knows I'm not organizing my storage. I don't organize my storage in a normal playthrough. Why would I organize my storage in a randomizer?
This is Life Pod 4.
Okay, that's another...
The Aurora flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us. I don't know how long we're gonna last.
Yeah. Not very long was the answer to that.
Radiation protection. 4 out.
Okay, so if I can find one more box...
Approximate transmission origin recorded to date to bank.
If I can find one more box that has another glass in it, then we can make survival knife. But I don't think I'm gonna, like, just rush survival knife for the sake of rushing survival knife. Let's see, which direction? I'm gonna try and head back over to the safe shallows that's, like, over here a little bit more. Because I think that there's still that one wreck that we haven't been in that's in safe shallows, and I'm hoping that we get something good out of it. I'm not entirely positive on where that is, but we're gonna make it up and hope for the best. Something's exploding somewhere. Love that for us. Yeah, because there's like a tiny bit of wreckage there, but there's like the one wreck that I'm thinking of that has like proper wreck. You know what I mean? Wee. Do not open a new battery before the one you're using is empty. Oh goodness. Yep, I would never do something like that. Never. Oh hey, how's it going? Oh wee. How do you learn the advanced wiring kit? I feel like that's the only obstacle to Prawn Suit Paradise. Advanced wiring kit, I think, is locked behind computer chip. Although if someone wants to Google that, I'm not opposed to someone Googling it. But the problem is that computer chip is this. If it's wiring kit, I could probably... Actually, you know what? Let's test this. Let's test what we need for advanced wiring kit. Because if I can't get a prawn suit, then a prawn suit would be big. Then I don't need any other vehicle. Well, I still need to get the vehicle upgrade console, so we might have to, like... Depending on how cheap the prawn suit is, we might have to make more than one. Ooh. Blueprint? Oh, that's thermal plant. I need that. Okay, come here. Oh, I haven't actually scanned all of the thermal plant. Not that it matters, because I'm never going to use it, but, like, you know. I needed you for something. I think it was a grow bed. So you too. You're also going in my pocket, just in case. Because you're too annoying to find otherwise. What did I say about the fact that when I don't need them, they're everywhere? I feel like that's just how that goes. More mesmers. Mesmers scare me. I feel like mesmers are the true most dangerous critter in Subnautica. Pocket fish. I've got a pocket full of fish. To be fair, I know many marine biologists who would in fact sing something like that very unironically. Like I've said before, right? When I've been on research boats out in the salt marsh doing research or that kind of thing, we sing sea shanties, which is very fun. Would highly recommend. Nothing like a group of highly trained, highly educated scientists singing sea shanties while doing work. It is fun. I would recommend it. And okay, well, I could have gotten another fragment here, but it's fine because I already have it and it requires blood oil. I just want a little bit more lead so that I can increase my storage capacity just a tiny bit more, you know, as a treat. Anyone see any sandstone from here? I don't. I was sang along in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think I'm gonna wait until that goes on sale and then pick it up. Probably, if we're being honest, next summer sale, because I've got too many things on my plate right now that I do really want to go and play the remastered version of AC Black Flag. That's gold. I need lead. There we go. That's what we like to see. We like to see the lead. Okay, and then I should probably start heading home before I get too far away. Prop cannon. Yeah. Home again. Let's go. The OG one, indeed. There we go. Time to chug more tea, because I love tea. Okay. So we're on our way back to base. Our goal... I mean, I want the survival knife, but survival knife is kind of out of reach right now. But I have the laser cutter, so that makes wreck diving easier. We're going to test the wiring kit, because if advanced wiring kit is doable, then we can get prawn suit. And prawn suit would be huge. I would get it, but I'm boycotting Ubisoft. That is totally valid. That is 100% valid. I don't like Ubisoft's publishing practices, nor do I agree with microtransactions in games. There's a reason that nearly all of the games I play are, like, indie games. If there was ever one game you could pirate. I mean, I can't say that, but to each their own. Alright, so what if I do the wiring kit, right? Does that unlock advanced wiring kit? No. No, it does not. How do we... does it require a computer chip? I have a request, Ali. What is your request, Calvin? Pray tell, what is your request? Mulla Mulla rant? I mean, the oceanic sunfish. Again, I'm not the world's biggest hater of Mulla Mullas. Which again, oceanic sunfish, Mulla Mulla, they are one and the same. They are more or less an animal that exists for the sake of existing. And I feel kind of the same way about Mulla Mullas that I feel about chambered nautili. Because chambered nautili, I also firmly believe, should have gone extinct a long time ago. Because trust me, chambered nautili should not exist in their current form. And I feel very much the same way about Mulla Mullas, because Mulla Mullas don't do a lot. Which I know is kind of like their main selling point. And we do need things in the ecosystem that just... Didn't the original Mulla Mulla rant get a lot wrong for exaggeration's sake? I wouldn't say necessarily... Yes, there is some stuff that's wrong in it. I would say it's exaggerated in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. Because Mulla Mullas are just... I mean, I'm trying to articulate my thoughts in a good way. They're a really great way of sequestering a lot of energy into one organism. The thing is that they're... In terms of charismatic macrofauna, Mulla Mullas are not what I would go to as the pinnacle of fish existence. Because frankly, they don't got a lot going on for them. Mulla Mullas are very simple organisms at a very basic sense. They kind of just exist. And again, I feel very similarly, because I love chambered nautili. I like chambered nautili a lot more than I like Mulla Mullas. Okay, I'm trying to talk, Sunbeam. I know what's coming for you, okay? You'll be fine. Just trust me. Yeah. Okay, so the chambered nautili, right? This is a bit of a tangent, but the chambered nautilus, I believe, should not exist simply because I think it's a stupid organismal design that shouldn't exist in modern oceans. And I love chambered nautili. And yes, there are multiple species of nautiluses. There's like 4 species or something like that. But the chambered nautilus is the most well-known, so that's the one we're going to use. And part of the reason I think they should not exist is because, yes, they are critically endangered, and I'm not saying that I want them to go extinct or anything like that. I think they should have gone extinct several million years ago via evolutionary pressures. But the chambered nautilus basically exists as a shell with its tentacles, you know, because it's a cephalopod, and like little pinhole cameras. And the way that they get around is just by bumping into things until there's nothing more for them to bump into. And I think that is a stupid evolutionary design. I feel very much the same way about Mulla Mullas because their body plan is horridly inefficient. Again, if you're looking at like what a Mulla Mulla is, it's again, Mulla Mullas have their own morphology because they're the only ones like that. And it's like when you're talking about the caudal fin, right, which is the tail of fishes, you learn things about like thuniform fish and like, you know, all that kind of stuff, and like various tail shapes and what kinds of fish they belong to and that kind of thing. And mola molas are their own thing because they just are so wildly different from pretty much any other kind of fish species. And they just kind of exist again. Excuse me. I wouldn't say that they're like the worst animals ever to exist or anything close to that. They're really not. They're just there. I don't think they're mola mola were the big fish that's like half dead, right? Kind of. Yeah, again, they don't do a lot. I just think they're so like partially eaten. Yes, mola molas can exist while being partially eaten. They can have like giant bites taken out of their head and still be swimming around just fine. And I also think that's part of why people have such, I don't want to say disdain towards mola molas, but it's kind of like that vibe, right? I mean, what's wrong with mola mola? What it's doing seems to work for it. It does seem to work for it to an extent. And again, I would argue that both the mola mola and the chambered nautilus should have gone extinct a long time ago. But they haven't because nature is cruel and fickle, okay? But yeah, like mola molas, ooh, Cyclops engine. That's very big. Just because they exist the way that they exist, they're doing their own thing, you know? They're here for a good time, not a long time, except for that they've been here for way longer than I think they should be allowed to, okay? I'm not articulating my thoughts well at all right now. But we got Cyclops engine out of it. That's something. And that is a pretty decent amount of Seamoth done and dusted. Whee! I have my extra O2 tank if need be, but I don't think we're gonna need it. We're good. We're fine. We're chilling. But yeah, mola molas can exist while being partially eaten. And they do harbor a lot of, like, one of the things about the original mola mola variant that I think was taken out of proportion, shall we say, was the fact that mola molas do harbor a lot of parasites and diseases and that kind of thing. And it is kind of aggravated by the fact that they can end up like on their side on the surface tension of the water and that kind of thing. But also, frankly, there's a lot more marine epidemiology than I think most people really know about. And I think that part of the argument against mola molas comes from a place more of ignorance than of true biological matter. Because there's remember how I was talking about the boring sponge earlier? The sponge that drills holes into oyster shells and that kind of thing? Like, marine parasites are extremely common. And so I think that people taking the mola mola being a bed of parasites is a bit out of proportion, because pretty much every wild marine animal has some kind of parasite activity going on. And that is in and of itself a tiny bit of an exaggeration, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say with that. It's not necessarily exclusive to the mola mola. It's just kind of a way of life for marine animals, is to be riddled with parasites and bacterium and that kind of thing. And literally, like, the sessile invertebrates are no different. So, yeah. I've heard orcas are not fans of sunfish. I mean, that depends on what you mean. And like, I personally love the video of the orca obliterating the dead sunfish. I think that was a really cool video because it's a super cool behavior that we've never seen before. But yeah, I can see what you mean about they wouldn't be fans of them. Okay, what am I doing right now? We went to a wreck. We got Cyclops engine. Unfortunately, I still haven't found bridge at all yet, but we are 2/3 of the way through Cyclops. So that's good. Once I find bridge, it's all over. What? How do I unlock advanced wiring kit? Is it computer chip? Is it computer chip that gives me advanced wiring kit? Because if it is, we got a long road ahead of us. Because that requires silicon rubber, and silicon rubber also in and of itself requires like quite a lot. Yeah, look at that. Because it requires glass. Why does everything require glass, and why is glass so expensive? Orcas just seem to have innate measured cruelty that many intelligent species seem to have in common. Indeed. Obviously intelligence can be correlated with the capacity to be cruel. And I say can be because it kind of depends. You know, we cannot imprint our own systems of morality onto a wild animal because our systems of morality are informed by human culture and tradition and that kind of stuff, and we simply cannot transfer that onto animals. We just can't. And so that's like one of those risks that you take when you kind of anthropomorphize intelligent animals, is that you tend to paint them as either cruel or not. Like, again, the perception of bottlenose dolphins. I myself have gone through plenty of bottlenose dolphin phases because bottlenose dolphins are cool animals, but it's not like, I feel like orcas have a lot of the rep. Again, keep in mind, orcas are dolphins. But orcas have a lot more of the bad rep for doing things that other species of dolphins definitely also do, kind of thing. I walked barefoot over barnacles the other day. Don't do that. And every other ground felt like clouds after that. Yeah, no, be careful. Wash out your cuts. Again, see aforementioned marine parasites and bacteria. I have plenty of scars on my hands from bacteria or from barnacles and that kind of stuff. Like, make sure you clean those out really well. Just a reminder, you know? Including obliterating sunfish on account of them being big targets. Yeah. I guess not quite cruel, but the desire to enact their will on lesser beings. I do like the phrasing of lesser beings there, but yeah, again, it's one of those things where if you're talking about wild animals, I try to be very careful about how I phrase the way that we interact with wild animals because, again, they are wild animals. Our systems of morality and other things do not apply to them because why would they? Why would they? How do we think I could get into the jelly shrimp cave? Do we think I could just full send it and make like a tiny bit of progress? Is that what I think it is? Sea moth, sea moth, sea moth. We got this. Okay, that's 3. If I can find 2 more sea moth fragments, we might actually make ways towards having a vehicle. That'd be so big. But yeah, I agree that parasites are gross. One of my other lab mates was doing his research on marine parasites and that kind of stuff, which it can get real gnarly real fast. Just trust me on that. It can get real gross. There's a lot of stuff going on in the ocean, turns out. I know that no one would have thought of that before, but still, there's a lot of stuff going on in the ocean. Okay, let's do this wreck. This random wreck. Again, I would love more sea moth fragments. We're so close. I only need 2 more fragments. I like that little tiny isopod that looks like an evil mastermind. Oh, oh goodness, what is it called? I know exactly what you're talking about. It is an isopod. It's the one that inspired the tongue thief, almost certainly. The louse, yes, the tongue-eating louse. There we go. I knew what it was, I just couldn't place it right away in my brain. But yes, the tongue-eating louse is quite fun. Again, marine parasites. They be doing some whack stuff, man. Is there anything back here that I could use? Light stick? Nope. I mean, I probably could use a light stick, but still not exactly what I'm looking for. I do love that one light stick time capsule. I think that might be one of my favorite silly time capsules. We gotta think of what are we gonna put in our time capsule this time around? Well, this is awkward. I can't cancel it. It's fine. It's fine. My best friend is deeply afraid of parasites and fish. Oh dear. Yeah, marine science would not be for them. To quote Kai, who cares if it steals your tongue and makes you know everlasting hunger? Yeah. Indeed. Doing that video with Kai was very fun. I really enjoyed doing that one. All right. Fingers crossed we find something else of note. I don't think down here at all, but I'm just gonna investigate, make sure that there's nothing hidden amongst the shrapnel that we might want for later. I think it's likely to just be more prop cannon, though. And then maybe we just full send it and see how far we can get in the Jelly Shrimp Cave. Do I have anything in my inventory that I actually want? I can stand to lose the one lubricant, I think. Imagine if humans had to deal with little bugs that attached to our tongues and taxed everything we ate. Yeah, I mean, human parasites, like tapeworms, are kind of similar if you think about it. Yeah, lubricant's annoying, but it's not the end of the world if I lose it. So let's just full send it into the Degassi Cave. See what happens. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get a single thing. This is going to be a one-way trip, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to try our best, okay? Anything that lives text is crazy, but it's pretty accurate. Yeah, I would give you that. But like, if you think about tapeworms, you know, I would feel like tapeworms are kind of the most equivalent human parasite, at least that I know of, to the tongue-eating louse. It's just so wild. Nature has some strange adaptations overall. We go through this. Throw their tea in the harbor. That is the American way. Maybe an extra tank or two. Yeah, I've got the one extra tank on me. Oh, I think I put it in storage. Never mind. We're just whole sending it. This is a one-way trip. We're gonna do our best. Do I remember how to get over to the main base area? I think the answer is no. And that's great. I love that for me. So we're just gonna swim this way. Uh-huh. Okay, it turns out this was the wrong way to go. In case you were curious, this was not correct. But hey, we learned something, right? But yeah, I think making a few extra lightweight tanks is not a bad idea. I do think we do need to come down here at some point and just check if there's anything. And I'm fine with, again, making it one-way trips. That's fine. I've got the titanium. Let's just do that right now while we're thinking about it before I forget that this place exists again. We get a free teleport home. Whee! Gotta drink tea. Make sure that I don't lose my voice. That would not be good. I have so many things that I need to do this week. 4 tanks should be good. Maybe we do 1 ultra high. Well, how many seconds of oxygen is this? 90, and this is like 180. And it's like slightly better footprint, but it's a lot more expensive to craft because I need a lot more salt. Can I make like 1 of those just to have on hand? I know that I have the hoverfish somewhere. I know that I have it, right? I know that I have it. Come on, I have 1 more hoverfish. I know I do. Who are we attacking that we need tanks? Oh, that's how Riley actually survived. Yeah, no, the Reaper Leviathans who just went up to Ted with a tank and just said, yeah, no, none. That was that, you know? Okay, so that's salt. Cool. I just need 1 more salt and 1 more hoverfish. I need 1 more hoverfish. I got this. Where's the nearest creepvine forest? I think it's this way. I just need 1 hoverfish for the greater good. You know what I'm mad about? We still haven't gotten Sea Glide. No Sea Glide. No Sea Moth. No vehicle. We're just full sending it. Bringing tanks to 4546B is more Kai's game. That tracks. That tracks. Here we go. Bunk. My poor hubbies. I know. I know, but they have to be sacrificed for the greater good. I need them. I need them and their magical ability to hover in the water. And that's what gives me the, you know, high capacity tank, because using fish as crafting ingredients makes total sense. Yeah. I believe in us, though. We got this. But that should be everything I need to make one high capacity, ultra high capacity tank. RNGesus demands blood for all of your sacrifices. It really does. Okay, and then if I make one more, I feel like that's a good amount of inventory that we're compromising for with oxygen. So if I put these away, the extra titanium, and I feel like this is a decent compromise. It's not perfect, but still. Okay, you know what? You can play your radio message while I swim over, just because I'm gonna get annoyed by you. Oh, look, it's Yoki Kasar. Yoki Kasar.
Why do I have to record this anyway?
Which way was the Degassi cave, right? Was it this way? Was it this way? I gotta go look. I think it's the other red grasses. So that would mean it's like this way, I think. I think this is the proper direction. This version of the Fabricator is truly an eldritch horror. It really is. I'm gonna call the Fabricator sacrificial site now. Yeah, unfortunately the fish, they have something in them that we need. And I don't know what it is, but we need it. And I don't like it, but it's fine. Everything's fine. If I just keep heading this way, I'll find the red grasses eventually. And I drink my tea. I love tea. I have Thai tea today. It's bright orange. And I love it. It's great. Okay, this is indeed the right area of the red grass. I just gotta get over to the entrance that I prefer. Just because I prefer that entrance. I don't know why. Don't ask me questions, okay? Do I know how to get to the Degassi base from there? No. But we know that we don't go straight ahead. So really, we learned something, right? Okay, and this is going to be a one-way trip. I highly doubt we're going to make it back out again, but we're going to try our best, okay? We're going to try our best. And that's all anyone can ever ask for, you know? Here we go. I just got to line it up, and then we'll go straight down and around town, okay? I also haven't been able to make, because I didn't make the high capacity tank, which means I don't have a rebreather. Do I want to craft that just for the sake of unlocking the rebreather is the question. Where's the life pod? The life pod is hiding the entrance. Hello, Scatter. Is there anything of note at this particular scatter? I don't think there is.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah. Is this not it? I don't think this was the right one. I know that there is like a jelly shroom cave entrance, isn't there? Am I making things up? I feel like I'm making things up. Maybe because it's nighttime and I can't see. Or is it the one that's like over there-ish kind of thing? There are 4 red grasses patches, and I'm really terrible at telling them apart from each other. So that might also have something to do with it. Is this blood kelp if I keep going this way? Because in which case we could just pivot the plan and grab the stuff for the mobile vehicle bay. Because I need 5 blood oil. Yeah, this is blood kelp. I know where I am now. And we're gonna grab it. I've never been able to find the shrooms on purpose. It's just... I swear that this game hides things from you when you want them specifically. And then it makes them reappear when you don't want them anymore. And that's... I'm sticking to that, okay? But yeah, this should be Blood Kelp Trench. So I should be able to grab... Nope, this is Mushroom Forest. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of a team, okay? Maybe more this way? Mobile vehicle bay. Yeah, the mobile vehicle bay. That's so hard to say. I hate the mobile vehicle bay because it's so hard to say. But yeah, that is mushroom. The mushrooms that you can't find intentionally. Why am I swimming up manually when I have an air bladder? Alrighty. I would love to make a compass, because I feel like a compass would genuinely actually help me here, which I feel like is never the case. Normally, I hate having a compass, just because I don't need one. But in this particular instance, you know? It might be helpful. At least we're still not getting irradiated, because, you know, we're nowhere close to the aurora, and I have my radiation suit on. I do want to repair that, but in order to repair it, I need the survival knife. I think. Why is life so hard? We could go rescue Yoki Kasar's remains. Have you also thought about why he's the only one who had to record like a message saying it was going to be his remains? I haven't thought about that before. I mean, we know for a fact that like the people in LifePod 4 did not make it out. But still. In the video about the randomizer, I heard mobile vehicle bay. That's, yeah. Again, it's hard for me to say. I don't know why it is, but it is. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know why I'm tired, but I'm tired. We're just going down. We'll go retrieve. I'm pretty sure they've already cleared this life pod. But it's nighttime and it's hard to see anything, so we're just gonna head towards this waypoint real fast in the middle of the mushroom forest, and then, you know, maybe we just go up to dunes. We see if there's anything super apparent in dunes. Also, time capsules, because time capsules are easy to find in the dunes. Big brain. I do love the mushroom forest. It's one of my favorite biomes. Oh yeah, I've definitely been here. See, that's already open. I've 100% already cleared this. Woo! Okay. Well, if I keep going this way, then it should lead me over to dunes. And dunes might be hiding something else that we need, like sea moth. That'd be cruel, but I wouldn't put it past it. Pretty sure none of the life pod people made it very far. I mean, some people had to have made it to the floating island because you find PDAs there and that kind of thing from the Aurora, not just the Degassi ones. But yeah, they clearly didn't last super long. Which is also not desirable. All right, we're just gonna go straight down. I hear Ted. I have not yet seen Ted here, but I hear Ted. Fingers crossed, though. How's it going, Ted? I hear him. Ted the Teddy, I know. I have to go now, and I'll listen to my story podcast. Go sleep. Bye-bye. Have a good time. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Uh-huh. Unfortunately, we don't really have a choice now, do we? Because if I had a vehicle, then I wouldn't be swimming all this way. But I don't have a vehicle. So we're swimming all of this way. I see something. Oh, nope, it wasn't something actually glowing. It was just a visual glitch. Yay. I gotta remember that I have my tanks on me so I can hot swap them. And I don't have to go up right away as things start to get deep. I believe. Also, I'm just scanning the grasses just to make sure, you know, that I don't miss a time capsule or anything like that, because time capsules are fun. Oh, hey, Ted. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, you can just swim there immediately, but for the most part, they got a sea glide and died. Yeah. That's fair. They did just kind of get a sea glide and die. To be fair, they're doing better than me, though. I haven't gotten a sea glide yet. Don't worry about my oxygen. We're fine. Oh. Maybe slightly less fine with the heat, but we're fine. We're chilling. You know what I haven't seen? Anything useful. I found a lot of quartz. Oh, hey, Warper. And then anything else? That's a cave crawler. Cool. Love to see it. I'm literally just scanning for anything right now. And I'm finding nothing.
30 seconds.
We'll wait until we're right at the cusp of drowning to swap out our O2 tank again. Uh-huh. We got this. Anything else? I've not seen a single thing that would be of any help to us here. Ooh, we finally got a blueprint. It looks like it's torpedo arm, though. Which is still not helpful. So I think dunes might also be a bust. Rock grub. I love rock grubs. Yeah, okay, I think we might
30 seconds.
be kind of done for. Oh, hey, Ted. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll go get another radio message and just head off in a different direction, because clearly that did not work. Clearly that was not it. And I think... yeah, we're home. I didn't lose anything because I didn't have anything on me. Let's just refill all of our O2 tanks real fast. Like so. And we'll head out again and do it again. But you're not dead, so you're overall doing better than any of them. I mean, to be fair, I have died multiple times, but I, for some reason, out of any people on the Aurora, have the ability to come back to life. Radio? Oh, I can activate the radio. We've gone through all of the things that I actually need, though, because we don't need Sunbeam for anything. I've gotten the Neptune rocket door code, which is the only, like, radio message we actually need. No, we can play it. LifePod 12, we've already been there. And it's also one of the, like, image ones, the clues ones, I think. Yeah.
Location uploaded to PDF.
Sorry, thought you said you were going to. No, it's a good reminder. I very frequently forget. I was more until we got the door code that I needed to do radio. But now we're in a position where radio is a lot less important, but I'll still activate it because it'll give us beacons in case there's like life pods or something I forget about. Like life pod 19. I like having the waypoint for that one. Not because I don't know where it is, but because it gives you like the exact pinpoint for you to position directly above it to try and go down to. Which is more important when you don't have a vehicle like me. I would love to have a Seamoth right now. I would love to have a Seamoth. But alas, fate is cruel. So we've done... We could try mountains. We've done a little bit of Bulb Zone. We haven't really done Bulb Zone. We haven't done Grand Reef, but then again, like what blueprints really... Because that's when you're looking for wrecks, right? And those wrecks get pretty deep pretty fast. I'm just trying to think about this. Okay, so here is red grasses. I don't think this one is the one that opens up into Jellyshroom Cave, which is where I'm trying to go right now and failing to, because I can't navigate to save my life. Unless it is. And this is the one with... Yeah, okay, this is it. Okay, we're gonna do our one-way trip. Maybe the real Seamoth is the friends we made along the way. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't put it past it. I'm gonna go up. We're gonna get a full thing of oxygen. We're gonna make sure all of our tanks are full. There we go. Bunk. Yeah, we got 3 full tanks. I'm gonna start with the ultra high capacity tank. And we're gonna full send it. Fingers crossed. This is our attempt at getting to Degassi Jellyshroom Base. without any kind of mobility aid. And I put my tool away for maximum swim speed. Because again, we still also don't have a sea glide. Because why would we need a sea glide, right? Why would we need a sea glide? That's just silly. All right, we're going to try this way. Theoretically, you could hug the walls and get there eventually. I highly doubt I have enough. Ooh, this is good. This is good. This, I think, points us in kind of the right direction. All right, this was first bit of Degassi base. I did not mean to pick up that Oculus, but it wanted to come with me. Okay, so we have an Oculus now. I think if we go this way, kind of following that jelly shroom over there, this takes us in the right direction. Again, I think. I'm not entirely positive right now, if we're being honest. We are kind of just full sending this blind. I think the real Seamoth was the memories we made along the way. Oh, yeah. Although, to be fair, I'm not exactly sure how much I want to remember this adventure. I'm kidding. I'm having fun. It's just a little awkward sometimes. Don't tell me this is a dead end. I don't want to swim all the way back here again. Oh no, we're fine. We're getting there. I just gotta... I shouldn't have done that. It killed my momentum. Yeah, you're very scary. Uh-huh. We're fine. Where on earth is the Degassi base? Where is it? I know it doesn't load in until you're like super close to it, but still, where is it? Is that it? No. Yes? Yes. I found it. I just gotta make it through on like 2 oxygen tanks. Is that Seamoth? That's prawn suit. How is it prawn suit? What is it glitched? Tell me you saw that, right? Tell me you saw that. Is it glitched? Because that was definitely a Seamoth fragment. Like 100%. Why do I have no audio all of a sudden? Okay, that's just PDA. That's drooping stingers, which is not something I want. Water filtration is great.
30 seconds.
Again, we're committing to making this a one-way trip, so I'm not super worried about my oxygen. I'm gonna try, obviously, to stay alive for... Oh, I don't have any. Wait, yes I do. Okay. That's Mobile Vehicle Bay. Grilled Papyrus, that's Prawn Suit. Oh, hi. Beacon. Okay, this one 100% is Seamoth. Can you not? Can you... I'm trying to do things right now. This is 100% Seamoth. That is 100% Seamoth. What do you mean, prawn suit? That's actually really frustrating. Okay, so I don't think it's possible for us to get Seamoth. Like, I think it's genuinely impossible. I think it's reading every blueprint for the vehicle as prawn suit. Huh. So that's a problem. I mean, I know you don't technically need the Seamoth for anything, but literally not even having the option to do it because the fragment isn't scanning is a different problem. Especially if I can't figure out how to make freaking an advanced wiring kit. I don't want to make 5 purple tablets for this, and I still need deep shrooms for it anyways. Yeah, that's not great. That is not great. We still don't have anything there. Was that fire suppression that I got out of that upgrade locker? It might be. Okay, so if that's a bust, which I think it is, I think we still need to go over to this mushroom forest and check for blueprints there. I don't know, in fairness, if this is going to be any different. But I've scanned at least 3 sea moth fragments that should have been sea moth fragments that read as prawn suit. And that is not great for us. Huh. We got a complicating factor on our hands. Excuse me. So fingers crossed. I do still need to go get mobile vehicle bay. And it clearly didn't unlock sea moth either. Like it still says like 3 out of 5 or whatever in here. Yeah, in here. And that's the 2 from the Aurora that are set scans and the 1 from right outside that wreck that is also a set scan. Yee. Oh, excuse me. So if we come back over to this red grasses, we should be able to find another mushroom forest, and then that takes us into Crash Zone. I think I've scanned Crash Zone, but probably not Cragfield directly because I haven't been Sparse Reef either. The problem is we're getting really close to those really, really deep biomes where, like, yes, I can continue hot swapping my O2 tanks, but that's not exactly the most desirable path forward. And I still haven't gotten Moonpool either. Because again, worst case scenario, I can just do what I did in my video randomizer where I just moonpooled it down. And that did work. It was very close. But it did work. Okay. Just trying to keep an eye out for anything. Because, like, ideally, obviously, we would just be able to get the mobile vehicle bay and go. But it seems like it does not want that to be an option. Hello, Refec. Wee. Man, any kind of movement upgrade at this point would be great. My phone is at 8%. You should charge it then. I'm one of those people who can, like, never let my phone die. Not because I'm reliant on my phone, but because I really don't like it when my battery is going to die. This is Blood Kelp. This is Blood Kelp Trench. Okay. So this is fine. I know where we are now, and I know that we can go to Sparse Reef from here.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Uh-huh. That's fine. I'm going to try and get the 5 blood kelp or blood oil that I need because we're here. I'm going to see if it's possible. Again, if I could get, whatchamacallit, advanced wiring kit, that'd be great.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. My inventory is full. I love that for me. Whee! All the way up. When my phone dies, I'm sad because I watch all of my videos and streams on my phone. Oh, yeah. It is so dark. Okay, so let's just see if the Aurora is right there. That means Cragfield is going to be like over here. And so Grand Reef should be more this way. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't seen any of the anchor pods, though. Although this looks Sparse Reef-y. Which again is another great biome to find time capsules, which could give us more advanced wiring kits. Just saying. Hello, Redwart. And that's a spadefish. Oh, I thought I saw the glowy glowy of a time capsule. But alas, it was not. It was just a spadefish. Trying its best. I'm experiencing invertebrate zoology in real time. I just found 2 worms while I was cutting the rotten bits out of a pear. Oh, nice. Different kind of invertebrate zoology than the kind that I do, but yes. Should I keep them and see what they turn into? The worms? I mean, you could. It'd be interesting. I bet those sea treaders are hiding all the goodies. Yeah, we gotta go say hi to him. My second favorite Leviathan. And it's second only to the reefbacks, because I love the reefbacks. I think the reefbacks are just a really cool organismal concept, and that's why I like them so much. Because, you know, I love the idea of the Reaper Leviathans. I like the way that the Reaper Leviathans interact with the game. I like the Ghost Leviathan vibe. I think it's a cool concept. I think the reefbacks are just, like, the most interesting of them. And I like that. Yeah, that's floating island. So Lifebot 19 is around here somewhere. It's just impossible to navigate completely in the dark. Huh. I got this. We're just going down. Straight down. Could do what I did in that cave and just turn my gamma all the way up. That works pretty well. We're just kind of exploring. I'm just looking for literally anything right now, if we're being honest. It would be easier in the daytime when I can actually see things, but we're kind of trying to head towards Crash Zone, Craigfield, Grand Reef area, which should theoretically be in this direction. And if I can find the Grand Reef, then we can find Sea Treader's Path. And maybe that's where things are hiding? Maybe? I don't want to make a computer chip, though. I don't want to make a computer chip just for the sake of, like, trying to unlock the advanced wiring kit to get the prawn suit, but we might have to. And I don't like that idea, but it might kind of be where we're going. It just doesn't seem fun to grind for all the resources to potentially unlock something. Actually, you know what? If someone is willing, could someone Google what the trigger for unlocking the advanced wiring kit is, just so I don't waste all of our time grinding resources if we don't need to? Because if it is crafting a computer chip, then we'll do it. But again, I don't want to waste everyone's time just gathering resources that we don't necessarily need. Reginald. Objectively the funniest name for the fish.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Don't worry, I'll stay just above it. I'll stay just above 200 meters, because, you know, that'll make a substantial difference. Whether or not I've crossed the threshold. Oh, here we go. Here's a wreck. It is computer chip to unlock it, according to the wiki. Thank you for looking. So I think that does mean that we're going to have to full send it and try to get computer chip, which I didn't want to do because I didn't want to make the silicone rubber and the glass and everything. But if that's what it takes, then that's what we'll do. After I clear this wreck, though. After I clear this wreck that is straight down from here. I think this is Lifebot 19, actually. Oh, excuse me. And honestly, this will be easier than the time I did it in the video, because at this time I have, whatchamacallit, I have the actual oxygen tanks. And I see a data box. Yeah, and I think Lifepod 19 is down in this crater. So if I just swim all the way down real fast, I think we will find it. Yeah. That's what we like to see. 1/5 of a chip per purple tablet, pretty much. That's gonna be a pain to craft, but it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. This is a vent. This was not what I thought it was. I should have been paying more attention, but I didn't. Whoops. Grav trap. Nothing.
30 seconds.
Perfect. Okay, I know that I saw data boxes. I know that I want data boxes. Is there a light here? I also have a... Oh, wait, is this... That's Cyclops Hull, which I already have. I thought it was bridge for a second. It is not bridge. How do I get into this one? Here. Grappling arm, we already have. Power soul, sure. Cool. Very helpful. Love it. Not a grav trap. Fragments here. Oh, data box. There we go. Fingers crossed. That was a repeat. Excellent. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay. Uppies. You could snag a few tablets from Gun Island. At least there's a few there. We used both of those to do Gun Island. I used those two already. The two that you can find on Gun Island. I have 2 in my inventory already. Yeah. Grav trap for all the whole fish souls you need for crafting. Yeah, we do go through a lot of fish souls to do this, unfortunately. Alright, so we've cleared...
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Did I grab that data box? I'm gonna second guess myself all the time, aren't I? Did I go in here? It is turning daytime, which is slightly easier. Laser cutter. It's fine. We're fine. I'm at 199 meters, so it's fine. Because that makes all the difference. Oh, I should have replenished all my oxygen tanks. I didn't do that. That was stupid of me. Okay. This one actually read a sea moth. That one actually read a sea moth. Okay. We're only 1 fragment away. Creature decoy. Nice. We're only 1 blueprint away from being able to actually make sea moth proper. Despite all of the prawn suit, quote unquote, ones that we've read. We got 1. So just 1 more and it is possible, potentially, to make a sea moth. I need to drop these so that I have room to swap that out to make sure that I have maximum O2 capacity. The 3 feet really make the difference. They really do. It's where all the pressure adds up. Alrighty. That's so close. We're so close to being able to get sea moth. I want it so badly. Especially because I have the Depth Mark 1 upgrade. I'm just going to really quickly check to make sure that we didn't miss anything else here. Because I'm pretty sure I grabbed that data box. And we went in through here. There was nothing here. Oh, I need to open up this. Oh my goodness, please open the right inventory slot. Prawn moth soon, hopefully. Yeah, then we'll do computer chip and see what we need for advanced wiring kit. But if I can get the sea moth, then I want to do that first because even it's just faster. You know, it'll make everything faster if I can have a sea moth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's happening. It's happening. And data box. Let's go. Okay. We're finally in business. We are finally in business. Let's see what it takes to make a sea moth. Whee! It takes Frick. So that's not happening. Not even close. Not even close. That's not happening. Nice. Okay, love that for us. Great. I'm gonna take 7 blue tablets. Yeah, something like that, basically. That's insane. That is actually insane. Okay. So let me go make sure that I didn't miss Lifeblood 19 right here. And then we'll go try and get a computer chip, okay? Although, to be fair, I think I'm approaching my limit of what we're gonna do today. I don't know why I'm so tired of all of a sudden, but I really am.
Passing 100 meters.
So
Oxygen decreased.
we may have to call it here soon-ish, just forewarning. But I do want to try and clear the rest of this lifeblood if I can, and I'm pretty sure it's down in this trench. Pretty sure. Although not positive.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Isn't it? Yeah. I knew where I was going. Alrighty. Here we go. And no data box. That's a PDA, which is close but wrong. Sometimes you get really lucky down here. I don't know why, but this is like a hot spot for time capsules. Doesn't look like we got one this time, but still. It's a pretty easy place to find time capsules, in my opinion. Maybe we can make it when we get ion batteries. By the time I get ion batteries, I don't think the Seamoth will be worth it anymore. Okay, but we checked Lifeblood 19, there's nothing there, so let's start swimming home. And I'm gonna try and make the computer chip. I think making the computer chip and seeing the requirements for Advanced Wiring Kit is gonna be where we're gonna call things for today. But we're making progress, it's happening. Just with the stupid randomizer seed that hates vehicles and any kind of speedy progress. I'm so happy that Seamoth was possible, that it didn't just glitch out and make every prawn suit fragment like a Seamoth fragment, you know what I mean? But still. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna take a nap, I think. But yeah. This randomizer seed, I'm really curious to see what the hatching enzyme blueprint on this is going to be. Because I have a feeling it's just going to be ridiculous. Because of course it's going to be. And that either way, it's either going to be super complicated or it's going to be super easy. And there is no in between. I feel like that's what it is. Just keep fingers crossed for a time capsule with ion batteries, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. I still can't believe we got 4 time capsules last time. That's a really good amount of time capsules. Like, I think there's a limit that each world can only spawn like 50. So we found like 1/10 of our time capsules right away. I'm happy that we did. They were helpful time capsules. They were cute. The long swim home. The long swim home. I don't know why that wave put me underwater, but it did. To be fair. Excuse me. I still haven't checked Cragfield, but still. Hatching enzyme will be 2 whole fish. Honestly, that would track. That would track at this point. We haven't needed fungal samples for anything yet either. And I still haven't gotten... Have I gotten vehicle upgrade bay? I don't think I have I? No, I haven't. So I couldn't even install or make the grappling arm or drill arm. First time capsule I ever found gave me a bulbo tree and said, "Don't stay thirsty, my friend." That is a good one. I like the kind of tongue-in-cheek ones. We found the few that we found in this world so far have been very wholesome. you know, this one about getting started, this is like an actual wiki article right here. This one is just like cute. And then this one is like a nice little message, you know? I love the time capsules. I think they're a wonderful, again, I also really hope that they add something similar to Subnautica 2. Because I really like the time capsule mechanic. Okay. Why am I so tired? Just one acid mushroom. Okay. I think I can do that. I think I can do that. Finally, we have mobile vehicle bay. I just wish they'd approve them at a rate faster than like 1 per year. Absolutely. But I can understand why they moderate them and everything. It can be frustrating if you like really want one to be added to the game, that kind of thing, and it just isn't ever going to be added. Hey, you up, mate? How's it going, friend? I hate the fact that if I drop this, it doesn't do anything. Like, I actually have to deploy it. I feel like dropping it should have the same effect. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. There we go. We've got at least all of the stuff figured out, except for not the Cyclops. Imagine if I just started with the Cyclops and that was the first vehicle I got, but we haven't found any bridge fragments whatsoever. So we love that for us. What do I need for a computer chip? I think that is now the main focus, is the computer chip. And it's going to be insane. Yep. There we go. And in deep shrooms, that also isn't great. 30-second ad break. Ah, I know. I'm sorry. I live for whimsy and fun, so I'm the #1 time capsule lover. The time capsules, I love them. They're fun. Okay. What would... Excuse me. There we go. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Oh, dear. Okay. So I need 5 of those. How many batteries did I have? And I need silicone rubber for it too, which means I have to make like 3 rounds of silicone rubber. Oh dear. Okay, can you be quiet?
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys?
They didn't warn us this could happen.
Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh, I need glass for that too. Oh no. How badly do we want this computer chip? What if I get a time capsule that has a computer chip in it? Because this is going to be so bad. This is going to be so bad. This is so much resource grinding. I need diamonds. I need lithium. We're going to have to go to the mushroom forest to get half of this. That'll be the place that we can get it most consistently, I think. We still don't have a sea glide, by the way. I love that for us. I love all of this for us, okay? I've got 5. That's 2 pieces of quartz. This is Terraria levels of resource crafting trees. I wouldn't know because I've never played Terraria, but hot dang, this is something. I need 10 of these. I'm gonna plan on making 2 sets of silicone rubber right now. As long as I get enough for 2 sets, we'll be okay. The eyes too. Yeah, I know. We just gotta handle one part of this at once. I only have so much inventory space. Huh. This is gonna be a test of my patience, which is, let me tell you, I don't have much. Okay. Where's my air bladder? Ow. Okay, that's everything I need in terms of those two things. Lithium. Yeah, so we need the lithium and the diamonds from shale outcroppings here. I think it's acceptable to Google every purple tablet location in this game before next stream. Save as much grinding as possible. Yeah, I'm probably going to, because my goodness, we have 2. But, hot dang, that is so many layers deep. And I need to go get deep shrooms for it. Just so that we can unlock the blueprint. Unless I get a time capsule that has a computer chip. If I get a blueprint, if I get a time capsule with a computer chip in it, then I don't have to do it, you know? How lucky would that be? I feel like that would be very lucky. But yeah, otherwise that is just... This is an insane amount of resource grinding to make one computer chip. This is an insane amount of resources for that. But still. Why am I so tired? My dog is watching stream. Oh, cute. Say hi to your dog for me. I love dogs. Anytime I see like any kind of flash of blue, I am so hoping... That's quartz. I'm hoping it's a time capsule that will answer my prayers. Imagine how iconic that would be if we got a time capsule that had what I needed in it. You can't get time capsules with like purple tablets or anything like that, so obviously that's out of the running. But if I got a time capsule with the computer chip. Imagine the advanced wiring kit requires more purple tablets too. It just wouldn't happen. We would just have to hope and pray that the Cyclops was doable. My goodness. Excuse me. Ah, dang. I need to take a nap.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Uh-huh. That's fine. Trust me, it's fine. I've dealt with way worse. I keep forgetting that I have the extra O2 tanks and I need to use them more. That's all prop cannon. I need shale outcroppings, which means I need to go like to the sides of the mushroom forest or like around the arched areas. Like this. Because I need shale. I need the resources that the shale is hiding from me. The diamonds, the lithium, pretty much anything but the gold. Lithium. Lithium. More lithium. I need diamonds. Give to me the diamonds. There you go. We almost have enough for 1 silicon rubber. Uh-huh. That's lithium. Which in that case, we can probably make 1 purple tablet of the 5 that I need. Why is it so resource intensive to make a purple tablet that I need to make a wiring kit to unlock the wiring kit? I don't even necessarily need it for the wiring kit. I need it to unlock the ability to make the wiring kit. Because of course I do. Wiring kit is gonna be Cyclops calls the whole five whole fish. That'd be really funny though. The advanced wiring kit will be 3 hoverfish, 4 spinefish, and a gold. Indeed. Your package has been collected by our shipping partner. Click below to track it for peace of mind. Oh, never change, AliExpress. Indeed. Never change. I am so tired for no reason. All I want to do is make a prawn suit. That we have some kind of vehicle. I'm so sick of swimming up and down every time.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
I feel like walking around in a prawn suit is infinitely more desirable at this point, and I think that says something. All I want is one randomizer where I don't have to spend eons going up and down by myself. 4. Okay, if I can get 2 more diamonds, then we will at least be even on that front. The eyes are going to be annoying, but it's fine. I'm going to drop that gold, I think. Yeah, my inventory's full. And Ted is like out there somewhere. I can't even twist my O2 tank because there's too much other stuff. I'm dropping the gold. I'm going to try and get the diamonds. Gold is easier to get, kind of ironically. Yeah, you're very scary, Ted. Of course, it just gives me more gold. This is why we can't have nice things. There we go. Oh, there he is. You see Ted? Okay, 1 more diamond. 1 more diamond. There we go. Cool. Let's get out of here. Go home, empty out our inventory. We're kind of close. Because I have the glass that I got out of those boxes, right? I have the glass that I got out of the supply boxes. Which again, glass genuinely might be the most useful thing those boxes could give us. We're gonna use the 2 that we have to make 2 sets of silicone rubber. I'll use some of the batteries we also got out of the boxes. I'll just change out whatever batteries I have that are lowest. We'll use those. The deep shrooms I'm gonna have to go get. There's no way around that. I'm just gonna have to go probably north to that blood kelp area. We just gotta run down and grab a few deep shrooms, and then we can come straight back up and it'll be fine. But yeah, we're doing it. It's just, this is a long haul randomizer. I love the random waves that just submerged you. And, you know, the casual kilometer-long swim that I have to do to get back home again. So nice. So nice. And I need at least 2 purple tablets to beat the game. So I gotta keep that in mind, too. Then we need 5 titanium, 3 eyes. I picked up at least 2 eyes, I think. So I think I might have 3 at home. But I'm not entirely positive on that. I like how our mobile vehicle bay is marking where home is. Because I just put it right above my base, because why not? We haven't found any Cyclops bridge fragments, though, yet. So that is also something to bear in mind. I do think Craigfield is probably where that's going to be. I don't know why I feel like it's going to be there, but I feel like it's going to be there. So indeed. Thank you. Yeah, I have 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to clear out a tiny bit of inventory space for myself. Do I have 5 titanium? I have to have 5 titanium. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I have the glass. Can I put this away? No. I only need 2 of these and 3 of these. Let's see, I've got the 2 purple tablets. Okay. Excuse me? You didn't know, and you're sorry.
I didn't know how bad. How many of you?
Yep.
I didn't know.
How dare you?
We're now en route to your location.
Okay, so if I go pick up 1 more eye,
Sunbeam out.
we can make
What else can I say? The only time
a silicone rubber, and that will make us 2
was in VR, and I
silicone rubbers, and that gives us 2 whatchamacallits, purple tablets. So if I do that 1 more time, so if I get 4 eyes here, then we should be okay on the silicone rubber aspect of making the purple tablets. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Where's the creep vine? I need eyes. Here we go. If I can find 4 eyes here, we're in business. All we need is 4. Well, probably we need a lot more than that, but you know, we can pretend. Hope springs eternal and all that, right? There, I see 2. I see 2. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, I just need 2 more. Two eyes. That one, or was that a bubble? Am I hallucinating? I feel like that was a bubble. I think I might have hallucinated the eye. Which, honestly, I would not put past myself at this point. I'm losing my mind. I also keep my mouse sensitivity, like, I've been trying to play around with lowering my mouse sensitivity over time to, you know, help things be less, jittery for you guys. Because I, in case you haven't noticed, will, like, wildly fling my camera around to check things. And, like, when I'm speedrunning Raft or something like that, it makes a lot of sense because, you know, you need to do a lot of, like, intense camera movements in Raft to do some of the speedrunning tricks. But here, especially when I'm looking for something, I feel like you guys are going to get motion sick from me just, like, swinging my camera around wildly looking for eyes that I may or may not be hallucinating. You need that time capsule coffee. Weirdly enough, so I drink a lot of tea, right? But coffee, for some reason, gives me horrible stomach aches, and I don't know why. Like, I used to love drinking coffee. And I would never drink, like, more than 2 cups a day, even when I was in college. But now it just gives me horrible stomach aches. So I know I don't drink any coffee anymore. I drink a lot of tea. And water, you know, because hydrating is good. What if I just sit still? Just kind of observe. That, again, that is what you should do if you're going out snorkeling ever. Is just sit still. You'll see a lot more. But I'm just, like, scanning, looking for eyes. I've gotten 2, which is good. 2 is honestly more than I thought we were going to get. But I need 4. So we're halfway there. I don't get motion sick. That's good. I ironically get horribly motion sick when I'm on boats. So I have, like, scopolamine patches that you put behind your ear, which is, it's a closely related drug to Dramamine. You know, like the normal nausea medication. It just, like, doesn't have a drowsy effect and that kind of stuff. And so I used to use my scopolamine patches for when I need to be out on a boat for multiple days at a time. Would highly recommend. They're expensive, but for me it was a big quality of life thing. Was not having to worry about being motion sick while trying to do my research or helping other people with their research. Come on. Where... Did I just get super lucky with seeing 2 eyes and then we haven't seen a single other one? Or have I just missed it because I'm blind? And or hallucinating other non-existent eyes? There has to be an eye around here somewhere. Come on, all I need is 2 eyes. I'm, like, trying to look and scan. But the problem is they're a small fish that doesn't have any of, like, the bright identifying markers. Because, you know, the hoopfish are easy to spot, right? Hoopfish are easy to find. So are the bladderfish. They're purple. But I feel like the eyes are actually harder to spot. There we go. I just get car sick. That's totally fair. I mostly get seasick. Which, again, very annoying. But fortunately, we have advances in modern medicine. Crazy. that help you mitigate its effects, which is very nice. Alrighty. Here we go. There's one. Target acquired. Get in my pocket, please. Okay, we found... I need one more. One more eye. Right? I think this is technically the last thermal... I see it. I see it. It went over that crest right there. It went this way. There's another one. Come here. I see you. Wait. There's so many right here. There's so many. I'm picking them all up. We're bringing them home. If I see an eye, it's going in my pocket right now. Because they're so hard to find. Oh, my inventory's full. I need all of this. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I got a couple extra eyes. I feel like that's worth it. We want them. We want to have them to hold. To use their squishy little eyeballs in our crafting recipes. I've only been on a boat like 2 times in my life, I think. It was pretty chill. Being on a boat is fun. It's a good time. I used to, before I started really doing marine science, I'd only been on a boat like once or twice. And then obviously it's a lot more common in my life after I started doing marine science because shocking, I know. But you know, you learn to do with that kind of stuff. Sailing is cool. It's a pity it's so expensive. It really is. And I haven't done like sailing, you know? The vast majority of the times that I've been on a boat, it has been a research vehicle. And to be fair, sometimes that just means like it's a metal pontoon boat that you're just taking out into the salt marsh. I've been on like fan boats and that kind of stuff too in like really shallow estuary salt marshes. Helping other people with their research. That's not at all practical for my research, but I've never been on like a casual boat. I don't think. Sailing on like a 50-foot ship. Yeah, that's again, sailing is super cool. It is a pity that it is so expensive. And I would not be able to sail at all. We were trying to convince my research advisor when I was doing my master's, we were trying to convince him that it was a necessary, you know, lab requirement that we should all learn how to boat, right? We should all learn how to drive boats. My advisor did not seem to think this was worth the insurance premiums on getting his 4 grad students certified to drive boats. But we tried. What's your opinion on fishing as an activity? I have a lot of mixed feelings on fishing, if we're being honest. And I say this as a biologist and not someone who does fishing for fun. But there's a lot of evidence that catch and release fishing is like not great for fish populations. And it's really hard to verify what happens to an individual fish after catch and release. And the like other associated detriments of catch and release fishing. So I have a lot of mixed opinions on it personally. That being said, I have literally nothing against subsistence fishing. So if you're fishing for food and that kind of stuff, absolutely by all means, please. But for fun fishing, I feel like there's a lot more nuanced of a take that is required. Because again, you don't know what detriment you're actually causing the animal. Okay, that's 2 silicone rubber. I think I have everything I needed to make 2 more. How rubbery would the fish be here? Probably very. Yeah, so I have absolutely nothing against subsistence fishing, but it is like as far as recreational fishing, I have a little bit more mixed of an opinion is how I would put it. Redeem tea. Cheers, friend. Seeing a fish out of water just makes me viscerally uncomfortable. It's always been a major hang-up of mine with fishing. Interesting. As in just like seeing a fish outside of water. I don't think I'd ever considered that, but that's an interesting association to have.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19.
Yeah, there's life by 19.
The captain is gone.
Okay, what else do I need? 5 titanium, 2 quartz,
The captain did was give me coordinates.
2 quartz,
We regroup 1.5 kilometers.
and 5 boomerangs.
Stay together and good luck. message will now repeat.
Please don't.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted.
Okay.
Origin coordinates
I need the diamonds.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
There's 1 diamond. There we go. There's the diamonds. Okay, and then I just need 5 titanium. 5 titanium, 1, 2, 2. Okay, wait, I can get the titanium. That's fine. Titanium is not the worst thing ever to try and farm. Like, sure, it's a little bit annoying, but it's sandstone outcrop or limestone outcroppings. We'll be fine. Titanium. Where art thou? It would also be really nice if I had any kind of light, but I don't. So we're just gonna full send it and see what I can see. But then I can get another set of silicon rubber that gives me a total of 5 silicon rubber. So that's great. I should also probably pick up some spadefish while we're here. Because we are here. I should probably do that. Whee! Reginald. And just the way a fish moves out of water and how the scales look in open air. Interesting. I don't think I ever would have thought about that personally, but I can see how that would be a hang up, you know? It's not an experience that I can say that I've had, but that is interesting to think about. Is it like the way that a fish moves out of water? Like, I don't like seeing a fish out of water because it makes me feel bad for the fish, but I believe I understand what you are saying. Wee, I need titanium. Using diamonds and glass to make a single-use rubber extractor to use on the fish. Pretty much. We're just really full sending it down this crafting tree. How is my inventory? So full. I should have emptied it, but I didn't. So that's on me. Whoopsies. I just need to focus on getting... I mean, I need the spadefish, and I'm glad I picked him up, but I need to focus on getting titanium. Because titanium will help me quite a lot with getting the rest of the silicon rubber that we need. Should also pick up metal salvage. I need to do one thing at a time, actually, is what I need to do. I need to do one thing at a time and just focus on doing that one thing. So we'll put the spadefish away. Everything else that I have on me, I need directly for the recipe I'm actively trying to craft. I'm keeping it there so that I know that I have it. We got this. I'm losing my mind. Just slowly over the course of the stream, my brain has disintegrated. It's turning into mush in the pursuit of this frickin' computer chip to try and get a vehicle. If we need computer chips to make the advanced wiring kit, it's not happening, just so we're clear. Ow. But just so we know, if I need computer chips for anything, it's not happening, okay? Unless it just requires the... Well, even if it requires just one, that's too much because I'm not going through this process that many times to make one computer chip, okay? At some point, we have to set a limit on what we're willing to do. Then we start full sending it. If that happens, we're full sending it for Cyclops. Nice. Okay. Well, I got my titanium. So let me just find a way out of this cave real fast. Like so. Where is my home beacon? There it is. And then we just have to make a ton of those. And then I still need deep shrooms. I still need deep shrooms. So my goal for before I end stream is just to figure out what we need for advanced wiring kits. And then we'll go from there. But that is the goal. We're so close to it too. After this, I have the ability to make all of that fun stuff. We've got this 5 spadefish, so we like that for us. I need 15 spadefish though. So quickly, silicon rubber. Gives me 2 of those bad boys. Thank goodness it's a duplicated crafting recipe. Okay, so let me put it in here specifically so that I know exactly how much silicone rubber I have. Because I think I have a grand total of 5. Pretty darn sure. Yep, I have exactly 5 silicone rubber. That's great. Cool. I can unpin that recipe, so I can make exactly 5 purple tablets with that. I need to go get a lot of quartz. The batteries, again, we'll replace when we get there. I've got 1, 2... What do I need for batteries? Can I just make batteries easily? Oh, yeah, okay. We're just gonna make batteries. That's fine. We're just gonna make 5 batteries real fast. I'll just replace all the batteries in my tools because it's easy, but you know. I just need 25 acid mushrooms. I'm just going to a slightly further away patch because we're just going to pick up an obscene amount of mushrooms really fast. This one. No more mushrooms for you. No more mushrooms for you. Perfect. There we go. Let me just make 5 batteries. My working theory is that we use the fish for many materials we don't have on this planet within swimming distance. So it takes all these different fish because they have different elements in the fish that aren't found in big enough quantities outside of them. No more mushroom for you. I'll take things you say to your friend at a rave for $200, Alex. No. You what, mate? No more mushrooms. No more mushrooms for you. Okay, we're just making all of the batteries. Cool. I have all of the batteries now. We can unpin that recipe. One less recipe to pay attention to. Excellent. Cool. Next step, spade fish. If I can get 15 spade fish, then we're good to go on that. Yeah, 15 spade fish is the goal, and then... So we're good on batteries. We're fine on batteries. I just need a lot of spade fish. Holy crap. Okay. I'm like trying to do all the mental math on everything that I need, even though it's really just multiplication, and I should be able to do that. See aforementioned mind is melting comments. We're going from there. I also need a lot of quartz. Like a lot of quartz. Fish are the backbone of our steel production. Fish are the backbone of everything right now. Imagine if I had a sea glide and I could catch up to these guys more easily. It would all be over. But I don't have a sea glide because we haven't found the frickin' sea glide fragments. I even had that in my recorded randomizer at least. Again, the advanced crafting or advanced wire crafting recipe is either going to be the most simple or the most complicated recipe, and I don't see there being any in between for us here. Watch as it requires like 2 peepers. I would be so happy if it only required 2 peepers, honestly. I would be so grateful. Because this is an insane crafting recipe just to unlock the ability to make the frickin' whatchamacallits. Advanced wiring kits. There we go. Took me a while to find that word. Come on, get in my pocket. My pocket full of fish. You too. Also get in my pocket, please. Please get in my pocket. If I ask really nicely. There's ice cream in there. We're 2/3 of the way through the spade fish requirement. Excellent. You too. You also get in my pocket. Thank you. And I've already cleared this life pod as well. I'm pretty darn certain of it. Yep, you can tell that the data box has been emptied. Love to see it. Okay. you, and you, and then one more. One more is our spadefish requirement. Perfect. Then I'm going to pick up as much quartz as I can to fill out the rest of my inventory. It's fine. I've got way more than 30 seconds because I got all my tanks. Although, do I want to change those out if it's going to require more inventory spot? Don't worry, we're fine. See? We're chilling. Sea glides are just government propaganda to make big fish look bad so we don't find out where the fish are. All of the important materials come from. Government propaganda to hide the fish. This reminds me of the one video of the marine biologist grabbing squids and shoving them into their bag. It's kind of equivalent to that. You know? How much I have a decent amount of inventory. Okay. We're just going to pick up as much quartz as we possibly can. Ideally, I need like 12 here, I think. 12 quartz. Is that normally like that? Bioreactor fragment. I don't think I've ever seen that particular like fragment piece before. I think I'll investigate that. Okay, that's enough for one purple tablet. Let's go. Here we go, quartz. I need so much quartz. Freaking tiger plants, man. My nemesis. I hate the tiger plants. Literally the worst thing in this game. And I will die on that hill. A lot of salt. Not as much as is contained inside me with my rage. For the inability to make a computer chip simply. Okay. We're up to 9 quartz. That's pretty good. That's a good start. And my inventory's full. Okay, so that is as much quartz as I can currently carry. I wonder if I have 2 quartz at home. Because if I do, that'd be great. I definitely have floaters. I've got the silicone rubber. I can grab the scrap metal. That'll be easy. The batteries we've got. Right? We're making progress. It's just really slow progress. Because of the resource requirements of these things. Which are just obscene. The Gary fish are easy. Again, the deep shrooms we're just going to have to make a dedicated trip for, but it'll be fine. So that I'm less worried about. We got this. Believe in the me that believes in you, okay? I don't have any lead to clear out any of this inventory space whatsoever. Not that one. If I just go grab 3 scrap metal really fast, can I fit? I cannot fit 3 scrap metal. I need lead. I need lead so that I can make more lockers again. Ah, why is life hard? The real reason Altera wants you to collect all your credits by the time you grab a diamond is because of the sheer number of fish you have collected, and they know that's where all the building resources come from. All the knowledge of the world is hiding inside the fish. Which, I mean, to be fair, is not that unrealistic if we're being honest. Fish hold a lot of weird life secrets to them. I maintain that. Okay, I need sandstone. I need sandstone because I need lead. I need lead. Sweet, sweet lead. I just need a good cave with a good amount of sandstone. That's all we need. And that my evidence is that all civilizations started near a body of water. Indeed. The fish hold the secrets. Okay, sandstone. Sandstone, sandstone. Hopefully for lead. I need storage so I can continue this insane crafting process that we're currently on. There we go. Silver. Gold. Silver. Aye, aye. Okay, there's a lot of aye ayes around here now, because of course there are, because I don't need aye ayes right now. Lead. Okay, that's at least one more storage spot. Huge. Oxygen bubbles. Sandstone. I just need lead. I just need lead. Not gold. There we go. That's 2 lockers. That should be enough to house everything that I need it to house. Is there anything that I can pick up while I'm out and about that I have inventory space for? Probably a tiny bit more quartz. If I can get 2 more pieces of quartz, that'd be good. Would be good. There's 1. And then... Did I see a flash of blue? I see this one. Excellent. And I just need to dump out that part of my inventory. What is this? I don't think this is supposed to be like that. Actually. I don't think this is... I don't think... No, physics isn't real. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of a team. I cannot pick up any metal scrap, but I can probably pick up 2 Gary fish if I find them on my way home. Atlantis was always underwater because all the fish were the ones who made the city, and it was sunk because big fish wants you to think that fish are dumb. I would buy that. I would buy that. Anyways, I'm gonna make a pizza. Make a good pizza. I like pineapple on pizza, though. I know, like, yes, that's the internet debate TM, but, like, I like pineapple on pizza, and it's fine. You can like what you like. I like it for me. Okay. I just need one more. There we go. There's a Gary fish. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. This is... Got the moves. Just dodge and weave. But that should be... Again, I need to run out and grab the scrap metal, but we're making progress on the amount of purple tablets that we need. I can't believe you need 5 purple tablets to make 1 computer chip. We're doing it. I believe in us. Okay. I got the lead to make the storage system slightly bigger. Oh my goodness. Here we go. There we go. Please. Please just work. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind. We can dump all of this stuff in here. And I just need to go grab, like, 15 pieces of scrap metal. So, again, back over to the creepvine forest, I think, is the easy place to do that because of all the stalkers. If you're not hurting anyone, I don't mind. I'm more of a pizza person anyways. Yeah, that's totally fair. It's actually really hard for me to go out for pizza because of my food allergies, because if a pizza sauce isn't made entirely from scratch, there's a high probability that it has some kind of coagulant in it, like some kind of thickener. And the thickener is usually seaweed based. And for those who don't know, I am horridly allergic to seaweed. So believe it or not, pizza is a food that I cannot regularly send out for unless I like go to like one of those fancy artisan pizza places, because they make all of their sauces from scratch and that kind of stuff, because of my seaweed allergy. So that's a fun, rude little nuance that you may not have known about having a seaweed allergy. It's really annoying. It's really annoying, let me tell you. Especially when you're a grad student. Wouldn't recommend. Come on. Come on, boobles. We are going to rob some stalkers. I want to see if I can get one Oh.
It is your primary
Nope.
objective to swim close to
Nope.
that appears.
Nope. Nope. Ow. Frickin' Mesmer. I didn't want to say hi to the Mesmer. I didn't want that. That looked pretty psychedelic, though. I know. The Mesmers are a really interesting organismal design concept. I like the fact that they have, like, a lure to them, almost. I don't love the way they lock you in, but I do think it's, like, a fun creature design. You know? It's one of those, I hate it in the game. I really like it for the way it exists. Okay, that's enough for one purple tablet. Let's go. I need so much more. It'll be easier in the daytime. It's fine. You learn something new every day. I didn't know they used seaweed to thicken our pizzas. It's more because, like, I'm allergic to both carrageenan and alginate, which are two pretty ubiquitous proteins from seaweed that are used as coagulants in processed foods. And for me in particular, that's a problem. Because, again, for me, I'm allergic to both of those proteins. And so for anyone else, it's totally fine, totally normal. But for me, I have to be very careful about, like, what brands of stuff I use and that kind of stuff. For instance, just as a complete random example, Heinz ketchup is fine, but Hunt's ketchup is not fine, even though they have the same ingredients list on paper. The things you know. Mesmer nips your nose. It does. I think it does a little bit more than nip your nose. It might remove it. But Riley seems pretty okay. Okay, I just need scrap metal. Stalkers, why is there a chub shark? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. I'm looking for scrap metal. I need a lot more. I need a lot more, actually. And I don't want to die with it in my inventory because then it's gone, and then that'd be bad. Why can't it be daytime? So glad I'm not allergic to anything other than cats. Yeah, it's a weird food allergy. But it's fine. I'm glad that I found out pretty early that I was allergic to seaweed. We learned it was officially seaweed when I was like 8 years old. So it's made it a lot easier to, like, adapt my life around it kind of thing. Because it's just always been there for as long as I can remember. Which makes it easier to process. Oh no. Guys, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Let me go drop these off before I die a grim and horrible death. Because my HP is a little low. For no reason. Ooh, unless I just get some free stuff on the way home. Let's go. No, my inventory's full. Okay, so I needed to go home anyways. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Here we go. Food allergies would make my life so hard. Again, it's different for every person. For me in particular, it's just always been the way my life is. So I don't really think about it. I mean, there are plenty of times I can think of where it'd be nice to not be allergic to stuff, but it's not exactly something I have control over. So it is what it is. We're doing what we can, you know? All right, let me go get more metal scrap. More metal scrap. I got, what was that, 5 pieces? So I need like 4 more, give or take. And that's 1. I know that there were 2 more on our way back over here. A 2. Any more metal scrap? Yeah, there we go. Nice. 3. And 4. Okay, perfect. So that is that amount of metal scrap handled. We've already got all the batteries. We've got the silicone rubber. I'll pick up a few floaters off of one of the rocks. Randomly, you know? I want to, like, this floating rock right here. Perfect. Love it. Just rob it of its floaters. It doesn't need them. And then 1, 2, 3. Make that rock slowly fall. Lovely. Have you ever taken a look at the creatures of barotrauma? It's got some very interesting speculative marine life. I have not, because I've been warned about barotrauma. By some friends of mine who know that I don't like horror stuff. So I personally have not yet, but I am kind of curious from the speculative biology perspective. Because I do like speculative biology. I think it's fun. And then we need 4 of these. I'm going to have to craft one at a time because I legitimately don't think I have enough inventory space to do more than 1 at a time of these. We'll do this battery first and then 5 spadefish. Silicon rubber and a floater. Silicon rubber. And I had a floater in here too. Perfect. Yeah, we have to do 1 at a time. Excellent. Just very slowly. It's no more horror than Subnautica is, in my opinion. Okay. It's just a lot dingier, which is a marine aesthetic I can appreciate. That's very fair. I will have to take a closer look at it. But as of right now, I don't have any kind of concrete opinion, because, you know, that's kind of how that works. Floater, spadefish, spadefish. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another battery that we just need to change out. So let's just do down the line. Perfect. We're at least getting use out of our old batteries, you know? That's another one. We're so close, guys. We're so close. Just gotta craft them individually. On a floater, and then 5 spadefish. And then another battery. We'll go through laser cutter battery. Come on, there you go. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. Perfect. We have the 5 purple tablets. I just gotta go get deep shrooms. Why is it so intense to craft? I believe that LifePod 17 is the correct direction. Yeah, because that's Aurora. Actually, no, it should be this way. Is Blood Kelp Trench Zone, I think? I think it's more this way. Is Blood Kelp Zone? I know it's bordering one of the grassy plateaus. I'm pretty sure it's this one over here. We're so close to being able to know if we're close. That is a good way to summarize this. We're so close to being able to know how close we are to getting a prawn suit. And the prawn suit will open up a lot of possibilities for us. Obviously, I still don't have a moon pool. Nor do I have the vehicle upgrade bay. So we can't go all the way deep, dark, deep down quite yet. But we're making progress, okay? It's just the stupid amount of purple tablets that were required. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just drink your tea. Think about your life decisions, you know? All that fun stuff. Where's Grassy Plateau? It should be around here somewhere. So it'd be around here somewhere. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back. The sea suit and the prawn moth. Precisely. What is this? What biome is this? This is floating islands. That means I went too far north. I gotta find deep shrooms. I suppose I could probably go straight down here, though. I do not know what a nose cork is, but I will find out. Okay, I haven't tested this one because we modified my microphone on stream on Friday, so I haven't tested this to see if the nose cork still comes through. So you're gonna get the prime experience here. Are you ready? We got a test. I don't know if it's gonna suppress out, but if I do this, then my nose makes fun squirking noises. Because, you know, that's normal and human. It's because my nose doesn't actually have any intact bones inside of it. I might have to get rid of the nose squirk redeem, which is so sad, but I don't know if my new noise suppression gets rid of it. Because it just makes fun noises if I rub my nose, because there's no internal structure in it. So it squeaks. You know, that's important knowledge, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what you come here for. At least I assume, you know? Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can hear the squirking. Yeah, I might have to get rid of the no squirk redeem because I've been slowly like modifying my microphone to sound better, you know? And that unfortunately does mean like a pretty high noise gate and all that fun stuff. And it's not loud, it's just gross. So I might have to remove the nose squirk. It's been a long-standing tradition. I think it might be time. Unfortunately. I know. We're gonna head towards this. I'm pretty sure this will take me to the right grassy plateaus to get down to the blood kelp zone, and then we can just go down and get deep shroom. I'm pretty sure. I hope. Wee. Because I've definitely already cleared life pod 17. I'm like pretty darn certain I have. Wee. And life pod 19, everyone's favorite. At 300 meters down. Yeah, because we came down here to do Degassi base. We did that. It was great. We got scammed out of early Seamoth, but it's fine. If I go over that way, we get Blood Kelp Trench. So that's what I'm gonna look for. I'm just gonna get rid of that waypoint. I need to put my air bladder back in my hotbar. Put it in 5. I don't need it right now, but I just like having it available to me. Yeah, I think if I go this way and we kind of follow the border of this biome, it'll be Blood Kelp Trench. And we'll have to go do like an up and down thing, but it'll be fine. I believe in us. We could also check this wreck right here. Have I checked this wreck? Because if I haven't, may as well we're here, right? I'm pretty sure this is wreck 14. In terms of the actual progression order. Uh-huh. Anything in here? No. Anything in here? Laser door. Cool. 2 laser door. We gotta check. What weird thing will happen with the Cyclops so I can give it a unique name, I wonder. I do not know. What in the world was that? Freaking biter? Rude. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome. I definitely wanted to swim all this way back and forth again because of a frickin' biter. But hey, now we're back at full health, you know? That biter bonked you to death. It really did. But imagine if I had a survival knife. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of a team. We got this. Go and bite it back. See how 8 likes it. I would. If I could bite in this game, I would bite the sea life. I would. Oh, we're so close and yet so far. All I need is those 5 deep shrooms, and then we can at least know if I can make a prawn suit. Or if I just need to suffer until I get Cyclops. That's all I want to know. Okay, I'm turning that beacon back off. I do want to go see what was in that wreck, though. Because I didn't get to really see, because the frickin' biter decided to ruin my day. And what if it's like vehicle upgrade bay? That'd be good. I need the vehicle upgrade bay. All right, here we go. I think I opened the laser door all the way down. Yeah, you can see the orange glowing. That indicates that I have indeed opened it. Excellent, and then there's like another laser door inside this wreck.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I'm gonna sneeze. And now I'm squirking my nose. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Hey. Frickin' biter. Stop it. Get some help. Engine fragments. Cool. Sonar upgrade. Love it. Love to see it.
Acquired.
This is not at all helpful to me because I already have the engine.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Uh-huh. Great. Cool. Well, you know, we made it through there. I think I've gotten like every Cyclops upgrade that I can get. Yeah, there's Blood Cup Trench. I see it. Okay. We know where we're headed. We're gonna get it. I just need the deep shrooms, man. I just need the deep shrooms. We're so close and yet so far. Oh, this is not Blood Kelp Trench. It must be further along. Hello, Reefback. Whee! The Reefbacks are so loud. Gesundheit. Thanks. I know that this is probably correct. Yeah, I think this is correct. I can see like a faint difference in blues, and that's what we're going with, okay? I need the deep shrooms. I need the deep shrooms. We got the blood oil already, so we had that because we needed that for mobile vehicle bay. I just need deep shrooms. Imagine if I had a sea glide right now. We'd be zipping. But alas, it was not meant to be, apparently.
Passing 200 meters.
Uh-huh.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Great. Doesn't matter, because I just need 5 of these bad boys. I'm just gonna do this for posterity. Just in case, okay? Perfect. No notes. Take me up. Excellent. Let's go home. Let's go home. We're so close to knowing how close we are. Even if I can't make grappling arm or like any of the other upgrades because I don't have moon pool, I still think prawn suit, like literally any kind of vehicle, will just, it's that much more. You know, it means that I don't have to go up and down. It means that I don't have to worry about like as much inventory spot because the prawn suit has a built-in inventory. Yeah. It means that we can go do wreck diving, like, so much more easily. So much more easily. I'm so excited for it. Only 600 more meters. We've got our 5 purple tablets, our 2 Gary fish, like, everything is ready and waiting for us, okay? We just need to get home and see what we need to make the advanced wiring kits. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I've been so, like, holding out for a fast randomizer seed, you know, where we get mobile vehicle bay, we get sea moth, and then we get, like, modification station, and we get, like, that kind of stuff. We just, like, full send it right away. But that has not, as of yet, happened. Every randomizer that I've tried, which is, to be fair, 2, has just been super, like, back and forth. Or vehicle-less. But I believe in us. Believe in the me that believes in you. We got this. We go through this way. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope you can't, but my puppies are being super loud. They're barking their little heads off. They're very cute though, so I love them. Hello, Gary Fish. Okay, we're so close. Then my 5 purple tablets. The crafting tree that it took to get us here is just absurd. I think absurd is the best word for it. Like, what do you mean it took me glass to get silicon rubber to get the purple tablet? And the glass required like 40 billion lead. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put extra deep shroom in here. We're gonna clear out our inventory. We're only gonna have the things that we actually need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 2 Gary fish. And all 5 purple tablets that we made just for this. To make 1 computer chip. And that unlocked the ability to craft the advanced wiring. It requires a knife. It requires a knife, but honestly, it's still going to require a lot of grinding, okay? But it's doable. It only requires vein nettle seeds. And that's so much more doable. It's doable. It's doable. Oh, okay. Well, we know what we need. It's annoying, but it's fine. We already have the spinefish. It's literally just the glass that we need. It's just the glass. And glass is really annoying, and it's really grindy, and it'll take some time, but it's doable, you know? It's doable. I already have 2 lubricant ready to go that I probably picked up out of like one of the random chests or something. Yeah, we got the creepvine seeds. So it's just a matter of grinding the lead. I have the copper and the lithium. Yeah, so it's just the lithium and the lead. That's what it is. Okay. Maybe clear the Aurora first, because there are lots of boxes that might have glass. Yeah, that's fair. But we have a plan. Okay, yeah, I know.
You know, Aurora, we're from a little...
You're from a little transgov, and I'm doing a whole lot of the latter.
There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter.
Uh-huh.
Might just be we're it. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to call it there for today, because I need to take a nap and take care of my puppies. So I'm gonna leave it there. But it's possible. It's possible. Next time we are going to get a prawn suit, and we're going to go deeper beyond, okay? It's happening. We're going to do it. It's just gonna be annoying. And we're still making progress, but it's fine. So I think that's going to be everything for me for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you very soon. And until then, have a good day.